At just 13 years, she's living with end-stage kidney failure, but the $25,000 needed for her transplant is far from reach. We'll hear of the story of Rosemary Boydu's pain as she runs out of time. Also coming up, the Ghana Medical Association urges victims to report incidents of sexual harassment to authorities as it reveals a worrying trend of abuse and alcoholism among doctors.
The patient should immediately report to either the institution or anybody around. There are systems in the institutions which really give the patients, the right to report.
In business.
Now, Citi makes some marginal gains against the dollar last week after improved market support.
We'll also bring you a story from the Supreme Court as it delivers judgment on the 4 vacant parliamentary seats controversy today after hearing arguments from the parties in spite of what many describe as a subtle boycott of the Speaker.
I quote, the judgment of this court will be delivered 12th November 2020.
And I think Mr. Speaker also must stand down on this matter.
Details of these and more with me, Mamisi Thompson. Stay with me. At just 13 years, she was diagnosed with end-stage kidney cancer. Now, and for the past 3 years, Rosemary Boydu has endured the grueling dialysis treatment. Her mother is ready to give her kidney to her, but the family cannot afford $25,000 needed for the procedure. Here are excerpts of her story in the latest Journey's feature, Dialysis at 13, produced by Emmanuel Juvenu, read to you.
Her daily existence has been marked by a delicate dance of survival.
I always ask myself, when would this stress stop?
Kidney transplant is often the preferred long-term treatment option. Transplant may offer the possibility of restoring kidney function and improving quality of life compared to ongoing dialysis. Unfortunately, Rosemary and her mother have been pushed to the very edge of society.
For now, I need help for transplant. My mother cannot afford that money. My father cannot. Family members alone to count to not afford. I'm pleading with everybody to help me to do transplant.
The oko machine so no na enkoro omo wo so no omo do so so pa na sese aka ono nko.
I hear that someone on dialysis had died, I ask myself, so will I also die?
Emmanuel Juvenu's report for Journey's.
Meanwhile, the CEO of the National Health Insurance Authority, Dr. Abuaji Da Costa, has assured that he will refer Rosemary Boydu's case to the NHI board to explore the possibility of funding an organ transplant.
I would definitely submit it to the board at our next board meeting, and we will look at what comes up. Like I said, there's a window of opportunity because we'll be going to Parliament very soon for our budget to be approved. So definitely, we are currently doing our budget, and I believe that once the board gives go ahead, then we will know what we can do.
Still on health, reports incidents of sexual harassment to authorities. That's the call to patients as GMA reveals worrying trend of increasing cases of sexual harassment, drug abuse and alcoholism among doctors. The concern of these abuses was raised by the president of the Ghana Medical Association, Dr. Frank Siribo, at the 66th GMA annual general meeting. According to him, most of the victims unfortunately give up on the prosecution of these cases of harassment and medical negligence.
We have some helpers there who are involved in alcoholism, drug misuse and abuse, which affect the quality of their lives. There has been in extreme circumstances reported cases of sexual harassment perpetrated by health workers. And yesterday, the Medical and Dental Cancer Registrar, Dr. Divine Baiwala, told us that there are a lot of pending cases of sexual harassment even before the council. Indeed, sometimes we are left off the hook simply because the victims of our unprofessionalism choose to blame the witches and the wizards as well as the fearful for their predicament instead of taking on the system.
Well, reacting to this concern, former registrar of the Medical and Dental Council, Dr. Eli Kwesi Atekpi, says there are systems in place to deal with the issues as they encourage patients to report them.
the patient should immediately report to either the institution or anybody around. Because you see, there are institutional structures. There are systems in the institutions which really give the patients, the right to report. Unfortunately, we Ghanaians have a habit, like my president said, that you see everything from Nyami, everything is the witches and the wizards and all that. But, if you are assaulted or if you are harassed in a consulting room by a doctor, I don't see where witchcraft comes into that.
Now, Ghana's Apex Court will today deliver its judgment on the 4 vacant seats controversy, a matter which has sharply divided the country's parliament. The Supreme Court yesterday had arguments from the parties in spite of what many describe as a subtle boycott by the Speaker because of his lawyer's unexplained absence. The Attorney General Godfred Yeboah says the Speaker's absence smacks of disrespect and wants sanctions applied. Member of our legal affairs team, Kweku Asante, has a wrap of yesterday's proceedings.
The Supreme Court was back in session hearing the substantive arguments on a substantive case, the interpretation of Article 97(1)(g) and (h) of the 1992 Constitution. Whether or not upon a true and proper interpretation of these 4 MPs have lost their seats. Joe Gatti led the team.
For Article 97(1)(g) and (h) will only take effect if the act, that is the person leaving a party by which was elected to join another party or to become independent and seeks to remain in parliament without new political coloration.
Attorney General Godfred Yeboah said the conduct of the Speaker unlawfully and illegally upset the constitutional order of the country.
Insofar as Parliament is constituted by a certain number of MPs or members of Parliament representing those constituencies, the composition of Parliament shall not be altered except as prescribed for in the Constitution.
The Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, was not represented in court today. During the entire proceedings, from the start of this case up until now, he has been represented by Sorry at Law, and today there was no representation. The court took due notice of that.
There's nobody here for the Speaker of Parliament. I quote, the judgment of this court will be delivered 12th November 2024.
The Supreme Court is now expected to deliver its judgment on this raging controversy on Tuesday, 12th November 2024. The court will decide whether or not the declaration of those 4 seats as vacant was in consonance with the 1992 Constitution. Reporting for Joy News, Kweku Asante, Supreme Court, Accra.
Well, a former director of the Ghana School of Law, Kweku Ansari, says the Supreme Court should not have entertained the case in the first place.
Even though it was ex parte, there was no proper person, before the Supreme Court, apart from the applicant. And therefore, I have explained on countless occasions that the Supreme Court's jurisdiction had not been properly invoked because there was only one person. And since the Speaker was not there and the Attorney General too had not been served, the Supreme Court erred in the proceeding to hear the application. Now, I would have thought.
Well, ahead of today's judgment, governance expert Professor Bafo Ajimandua is asking the Speaker of Parliament to accept the outcome of the court.
It's very unfortunate that this case has dragged this far to this level. The standoff is not good for our democracy. So I think all I can suggest to the minority or majority leader is that he shouldn't give up. And I think Mr. Speaker also must stand down on this matter. I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not going to go to the constitutionality of what's going on here. But the little I know, as Speaker, when it comes to constitutional interpretation, cannot win over a Supreme Court, period.
Professor Bafo Ajimandua is a governance expert, bringing us to the end of this morning's bulletin. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Go me. And what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely! It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
The go-go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Beyond every boardroom is a story waiting to be written. A story of a business and its potential, of a community that thrives, a hospital that serves, and energy that powers millions of dreams. It's a story that only gets better with a partner that has the expertise and solutions to make it a reality. At Absa Corporate and Investment Banking, we are invested in your story, and we invite you to write it with us because your story matters. Absa. Authorized FSP and registered credit provider.
Choboy! Yeah. We have a new leader in town. OBRNT. Amanfo. Madam was Sibebre. When him say my baby, maybe mamu more charcoal for whiter teeth. More charcoal. Not only that, maybe mamu lemon. More lemon. Zinc for fresher breath. More zinc. And fluoride for stronger teeth.
Introducing the new President Charcoal packed with more power with a combination of charcoal and lemon for naturally whiter teeth. Grab yours now. This advert is FDA approved.
Big! Just buy any Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics and appliances and stand a chance to win free TVs, air conditioners, washing machines, refrigerators, gas cookers, chest freezers, home theaters, small kitchen appliances, and many more. How to enter? Dial *920*888#. Select option 1 to enter raffle. Select region of purchase. Enter item serial number and you're good to go. Increase your chances by buying more to enter multiple times. Follow us for weekly and monthly winner announcements. Terms and conditions apply. This is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Charlie life will be easy, but it will be Charlie.
You know, at my office, where all my workers come see that they go bank, so I follow them. Can't see how they sit in the canteen, they laugh plenty. Everybody there, them a phone talk. As I catch there, I shout, freeze! Whereas them say, this be banking hall.
Oh, boss, with the bank phone and phone stock.
This your young phones?
Oh, yes, boss.
How you go fit bank for top? Even me if I get high-tech phone, I know the fit bank for top.
You know something, boss? With Access Bank, even young phone safe, you go fit do mobile banking. Hey, you just for dial *901#. Wow. That be all. You go fit open account, buy airtime, check your account balance, pay bills, move money from your mobile money wallet to your bank account. Then play data.
That'd be wonderful, man.
Yes, boss. Boss.
Yeah.
I beg, what did they do?
I did dial *901#.
You die finish.
No data? No problem. Just dial *901# now and experience easy, safe, and secure mobile banking from Access Bank. Call toll free on 0800 00 4400 for more details. Access Bank. Best bank in customer service. Access Bank. More than banking. Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit kompugana.com or call 0302 752 020 for more information.
All right, it's 6:16. Winston, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
I'm all right. This is not the voice you normally hear when somebody says, Winston, how are you doing? This is the other Winston. Yeah, and listen, before we get into all of this for this morning, I want to share something with you, okay? Now, this is from a piece that has been put together by the Joy News team. Listen to this.
When I hear that someone on dialysis and that, I ask myself, so will I also die? Of course, everybody on your phone. How can you be calling someone every day, every time to ask for money? How would that person feel for you? So sometimes it happens that I'll not go, even today.
This is the reality for a young child, a teenager, suffering from kidney disease who needs dialysis and clearly can't afford it. And is at the point where she now has end-stage kidney failure and needs new kidneys because the dialysis will not even keep her alive, sustainably. $25,000. She has a donor. Her mother is willing to give a kidney. There's a hospital in Ghana that can do it. UGMC. Aka, $25,000. What's the exchange rate this morning? It's anybody's guess.
Yeah.
But this is the reality that we want to discuss this morning. I mean, can you imagine if this was your child, your family member, and you hear the helplessness in her voice, that she's aware that the entirety of the promise of her life could end if she can't find 25,000, and she's already tired of begging. I mean, Charlie. Have you ever had to call your friends to help you because you are broke before?
Oh yeah, we've all been there before, but it gets tiring sometimes. For how long are you going to be doing that? And sometimes when I got a hint of this story, what came to mind is, how much is the winning bonus for a Black Stars?
Oh, what a good question.
Yeah, because if you look at this situation, it can easily be resolved. We've simply failed the future of this young girl. Growing up, the system has really failed to plan for the future of this young girl. We've just disappointed all her dreams and ambitions. She has visions, she has plans, she has a future. And here we are, a whole governing structure, not having the proper healthcare facilities, we have the best doctors, but where are we now? Where have we gone to?
You've asked a good question, Winston. We'll see if we can find an answer today on the Super Morning Show. But right now, we're grateful for things that actually work. Like the 6 a.m. news, which was brought to you by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters. If you're in the mood for more things that work, stay for the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Omni Basic Bank at your service, Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature, and Yak Decor, crafting comfort, designing dreams.
This morning on the Joy Business Report, Citi makes some marginal gains against the dollar last week after improved market support. Also, European Union could impose stricter restrictions on cocoa export from Ghana next year due to impact of illegal mining on production. Mining firm paid more than 11 billion cedis in taxes and royalties to government last year as new data reveals their significant contribution to the economy. These and more coming up. And now to our first business story. Citi made some marginal gains against the dollar last week. This is coming after days of sustained depreciation against the dollar. But are these gains sustainable? There is more in the following report.
The gains made by the Ghana cedi, especially for last Friday, according to some of the commercial banks, can be linked to improved dollar support. The central bank since last week has taken some fresh measures to deal with the recent pressure on the Ghana cedi. This includes the introduction of the spot and 7-day dollar auction to banks and businesses. This helped in giving commercial banks additional avenues to access dollars from the Bank of Ghana. Some of the commercial banks have told Joy Business that if the development is sustained, that could go a long way in slowing the cedi's rate of depreciation against the US dollar in the coming days. Some of these banks have also told Joy Business that the current pressure on the local currency is also fueled by speculative activities. So, if the Bank of Ghana is able to demonstrate that it is in the strong position to stabilize the Ghana cedi, that could go a long way to deal with the current pressure on the local currency.
That is a Business Desk report. The dollar is going for 16 cedis 90 pesos. That's the rate of some of the forex bureaus are offering to their clients. The British pound is going for 21 cedis 80 pesos. The euro, on the other hand, is going for 18 cedis 30 pesos. However, some commercial banks are selling a dollar at 16 cedis 47 pesos. Now to some more business news. Chamber of Agribusiness has cautioned that Ghana could face sanctions from the European Union if illegal mining and the use of harmful chemicals are not halted in cocoa growing areas. The chamber pointed out that the union is already planning to impose stricter criteria to cocoa produced in Ghana. Anthony Morrison is Chief Executive of the Chamber of Agribusiness Ghana.
Going into next year, that is where our challenge is going to be as a country.
Okay.
With the European Union is coming on board with the Food of Forest Origin Law, which is now going to have impact, especially with the fact that the Galamsey is releasing cyanide, mercury, and other harmful chemicals into our water bodies, and we are using them for irrigation and agriculture purposes. That is also going to affect our the state of agriculture produce, how safe they are for consumption or otherwise.
Anthony Morrison is the Chief Executive of the Chamber of Agribusiness. Now to some more business news. Economist Dr. Patrick Isumin is warning of some challenging times ahead for the economy. It follows disclosure by some of the country's development partners to review lending to Ghana because of the external debt restructuring. Dr. Isumin noted the development calls for some review in government spending and revenue mobilization.
Let's face it, I mean, there are many opportunities for Ghana to raise resources domestically for its development. There's so much untapped potential. So while it seems a little troubling to hear, it should also hint to us that now we have to put our house in order and look within to finance our longer-term development. Right now, the state of our finances are not great, and we need all the funding we can get. So in the short term, I think that would be quite problematic. But it's also a challenge for us to get our hands dirty and do the hard work. So in the immediate term, I think that doesn't look great at all. But the writing has always been on the wall. In any case, we are the ones who says that we want to do Ghana beyond aid. So I think sometimes you have to be careful what you wish for.
That is economist Dr. Patrick Isumin speaking there. Now, mining firms paid more than 11 billion cedis in taxes and royalties to the state for last year. George Wiafe has the rest of the story.
The development represents some significant increase for what these firms paid to government in 2022. Corporate taxes led the pack, with these firms paying more than 7 billion Ghana cedis in 2023. Mineral royalties, on the other hand, accounted for 2.7 billion Ghana cedis, whilst taxes paid by workers in that space in terms of income earned was about 2.7 billion Ghana cedis. The data also showed that the mining firm spent 31.5 million Ghana cedis on corporate social investments. However, on the other hand, total mineral revenue for last year stood at $5.9 billion. Out of this, $4.2 billion was returned to the country through the Bank of Ghana.
That was a report by George Wiafe. Now moving on, head of the Lloyd Garnett Financial Advisory Unit, Yao Apialate, is warning that government frequent introduction of new taxes is affecting the long-term planning of businesses. Mr. Latte noted that this strengthens business sustainability and deters critical investment. He shared his remarks at the Ghana Presidential CEO Summit held in Accra.
Complaint that we receive from business is that they cannot predict what is going to come, which taxes are going to be introduced. If you are introducing taxes and some of the previous taxes are there, instead of enforcing them, you're introducing new taxes. It creates unpredictability and uncertainty in the environment. But governments cannot be blamed entirely, because if you look at our tax efforts, Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and Kenya are 18% of GDP tax efforts. Our tax effort is 14%. So if you want to get to our peers, you have to increase the 4 percentage points to reach our peers. Government will have to balance it.
Yao Apialate is the leader for the Financial Advisory Unit in Deloitte, Ghana. Now, moving on, Public Utilities Regulatory Commission says it is reassessing some irregularities confronting the meter replacement program. The initiative, sponsored by the World Bank, is seeking to do away with some current meters, which has noted helped the Electricity Company of Ghana in mobilizing the required revenue for power consumed. Executive Secretary of the Commission, Dr. Ishmael Aka, says these engagements seeks to deal with any challenge consumers are currently facing with the exercise. He spoke to Joy Business after an engagement with Gambian officials to Ghana.
There were two issues. One was that ECG started, not just ECG, both ECG and network started replacing some meters. And this was because, one, some of the meters were not capturing the tariff. Some were very old and they had to be replaced. So we issued an advisory note to consumers and even to the utilities that first of all, when they come in, first inspect their ID card. Second, let them take a final reading. So how much was on the original meter? Let them sign what they've taken before they replace it. What we realized was that time there were these complaints that yes, I had maybe 50 cedis on it. After changing it, there's nothing on it. So that portion was very important. Letting them take the final reading, signing it, so that tomorrow if there's any issue, you can bring that to PURC for us to mediate for you. So we are engaging the utilities.
Dr. Ishmael Aka is the Executive Secretary for the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. Now, in other news, British Airways and Virgin Atlantic are expected to review their scheduled flights to Accra from next year. This has been influenced by supply chain challenges, delayed supply of Rolls-Royce engines for the long-haul aircraft. Aviation expert Sean Mendes says the development is not good for Ghana.
They're in a position where right now they have one of their aircraft is parked. By next summer, they expect they're going to have two aircraft parked due to lack of spares. And, given a choice of having to reduce flights rather than cutting flights in a route they're already operating, they've taken the decision to indefinitely postpone the relaunch of the Accra services, which was due to start in May. In the meanwhile, British Airways has also reduced their services next summer. They're currently operating 11 times a week. They're going to be reducing that to 10 times a week next summer. So, where Ghanaians thought they would have 17 flights a week between Accra and London, next summer it's going to be down to 10 flights. But that's still pretty good. The market is 250,000 passengers a year. This is about 198,000 seats. So that is still good choices available for Ghanaians.
Sean Mendes is an aviation expert. Up next is Investor Eye.
The product needs to work. 2, consumers need to feel safe in using the product.
And that in itself is at the core of financial inclusion, which includes 1, that people have access to the services, 2, that there's a variety of services. But the third element is the informed usage. And if you unbundle that, it includes 1, being properly educated about how to use it. I think in the early days of mobile money, one of the challenges, some of the challenges included knowing where to withdraw, identifying an agent, remembering your PIN, and PIN handling mechanisms and techniques. So that education is the first bit. The second bit of that is also the informed usage, which is how to properly use it so that you're safe in that usage. And the third element is, in the scenario that something goes wrong, is there enough of support?
That was the investor eye there. Now let's bring you updates on the commodities markets. Crude oil dropped to $71 a barrel. Gold lost more than $11 to open trading at $2,607 an ounce. Cocoa increased by $187 and selling at $7,174 a ton. That's it for the Joy Business Report. My name is Winston Taki. Coming up next is, Kojo is there to give us what is happening on today's agenda. Already, the issue of dialysis is really, really hitting us. I received calls from some of my friends in the state and are telling me, Winston, what is happening? This issue should not even be a problem.
It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. We should have a system that caters for, situations just like this one. Well, maybe we'll figure it out today, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Also, today our eyes are on the Ghana Medical Association following reports from their annual general meeting that they've been sued several times by people for all kinds of things. They've been accused of medical negligence and professional negligence and alcoholism, drug abuse, sexual harassment. Not what you want associated with doctors, is it? All right. Let's get inspired. And yes, since today is your first time with me here, you might not be aware of how much I love Daughters of Glorious Jesus.
Okay.
So here's your daughter's taste for the day. Untaban. Tuesday morning. Hello, Ray. Hello, George.
Hi, Kojo. That's a vintage Daughters of Glorious Jesus, and a wonderful song,
Yeah, glad you like it. Okay, then.
I'm happy Samuel Adami chose it. Why? What is this? As if you are disputing it's a powerful gospel music, and
of course,
we know
that is a fact.
Yes, we know that selection of gospel is not your style.
Except when it's Daughters of Glorious Jesus. You know, I'm their biggest fan in the world.
Did they sing the
You're not alone,
too?
Yes.
Yes, you play that song
a lot,
52 times in a year.
Exactly.
Yes.
So,
especially, in fact, mostly Christians play the song because but you will know if they evil intent. How can you play gospel with evil intent? Every time you play it, something is afoot.
Is not fair.
Something is afoot. Anyway,
this is
just unfair.
This is very unfair to me.
Yeah.
The way he's even saying this very unfair.
Strong deception.
All right.
Let's move on.
Let's do the Drive Ship campaign, and it's brought to you by Join You and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Kojo, there is confusion about the general speed limits from the LI 2180.
What you shared yesterday?
Yes, I need to repeat for emphasis. Except otherwise indicated by the road authority. Some people are making it look like this means that you can do what you want. But where did they meet the road authority for that indication to be given to them? A person driving a motor vehicle shall not exceed a maximum permissible speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour on a road within a school, a playground, or a health facility. That's clear. A church, a mosque, a market, a shopping center, or a procession where human activity is predominant.
Yeah.
30, that is where it's limited to. Now, B, 50 kilometers per hour on a road or a section of a road situated within an urban or built-up area. So that's the maximum you can do within an urban or built-up area. C, 90 kilometers per hour on a road or section of a road other than a motorway situated outside an urban or built-up area. Now, that question, 100 kilometers per hour on a motorway. It was a former MTTD director, Alex Obin, who said we should stop calling what we call a motorway, so that we can reduce the speed limit on it. Because to all intents and purposes, it doesn't apply. It doesn't play that role.
Yeah.
And even people have counted more than 21. So yes, the general principle is that you can do 100 kilometers on the motorway. That's maximum allowed, not anything beyond that.
But you're seeing people traveling at much higher speeds.
Yes. Even so. And this motorway that's now surrounded by communities and all over the place, can we still call it what it's supposed to be? Yes.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But you see, it doesn't mean that whether then we should allow people to be crossing, because it has been designated
I get you.
as a highway.
A motorway.
Then a motorway or motorway.
Upana will bring his thing. Anyway, let's now learn how to say it right.
It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say either.
Here is today's word. STAUNCH. Staunch. Do you know what it means? I have always known it to mean sturdy, strong, reliable, loyal. But the word staunch is sometimes used to mean stopping something from happening, like stopping liquid, such as blood, from flowing. This meaning is generally accepted by most modern dictionaries, but it is actually a corruption of a different word, stanch. STANCH. Stanch.
This is the original and proper word for describing the stoppage of a flowing liquid. It originates from the old French word estanchier, which means to stop the flow of or to extinguish. You know, it's funny, the word staunch never actually meant stopping the flow, but after decades of being wrongly applied in that context, it has eventually become accepted as correct. I guess that's yet another way in which the English language shows its dynamism. Staunch now means stanch. People said it wrong until it became right. There you go. Right, let's do the news review now. It's brought to us by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
Let me start with the Daily Graphic and its reporting this morning. Standoff in Parliament. Solution rests with Speaker. This is Alexander Afenyomakin asserting there. So, Majority Leader Alexander, and he doesn't like if you call him the leader of the NPP caucus in Parliament.
Can we just call him the Member of Parliament for Ifutu?
He
denied that one too.
No, he is. Anyway, the funniest part is that if there's houses sitting on the minority side will be bad omen.
That's his concern.
Yes. It has spiritual implications. He doesn't like the spiritual implications of it. No, I think that sometimes some of these comments it takes away the very acrimonious things around all of this, and it's interesting. All right, you've seen the city reporter that he had to. The man was doing a live report. The member of parliament badging to come and correct the matter. That he should refer to him during the live report. And you remember what happened with Koko Asante to. It's wonderful. I think that he chooses very wonderful journalists to engage that way. I'm looking for an encounter with you, Kojo Jansen, you and Alexander Afenyomakin on a similar matter. It will sound very interesting to watch.
Do you know what it takes away? What it really takes away? It takes away people's respect for an important institution like Parliament. Because if really you are signaling to all of us that what matters to you is where you sit, that is of paramount importance to you, you can understand that we can't all be as invested in where you sit.
Even your colleagues. Feel that is childish.
We can't all care as much as you do about where you sit. Yeah. So over time, we are losing interest in your crusade because it's for something that doesn't affect us.
True.
Right? We don't care. And meanwhile, we have important issues to deal with. We have important matters that you, Parliament, must deal with on our behalf.
Bills and that you were hoping to pass before end of year. One of them, LI 2462 repeal.
Indeed. And we are not getting to it. We are not getting to it because we have been held up by your desire to sit somewhere. You have to understand it's a problem. And this erosion of respect for an important institution that represents us all can be laid firmly at the doorstep of leaders. Whether you are calling yourself majority or minority leader, one thing that you certainly are doing is eroding the respect of the institution that has made you whatever it is that you are insisting on being called today.
And for me, I think all sides, it has been a total failure. And for me, just to bury their egos and try and see how we can move forward on this issue, I think it's not helping anyone. Whatever the situation is, how we can move forward, because we have a nation to think about and we have an economy that is already struggling, and look at what has happened. And for me, I think it's so unfortunate, and it's just like what is being said. There's a hope that whatever the decision the Supreme Court would decide today would settle this matter, so we move on.
But the Supreme Court is not deciding certain position.
No, I mean it's not about. I'm just saying that whatever that they would rule in terms of whether the interpretation that when these people declare or whatever, we should move on. I mean, It's so unfortunate.
So yes, the other story there on the 4 MPs vacant seat controversy. Supreme Court delivers judgment today.
Yeah.
And yes, and yesterday in Parliament there was. Did I say Parliament in court? There was no representation of the Speaker. Many people saw Speaker's lawyer somewhere in the Western region attending to parliamentary elections of Joanna Kujo, who, because of some court indication, was not in the election. So, NDC's Joanna Kujo is now been cleared to contest the Amenfi Central seat. That the Electoral Commission issued a statement that she's not qualified because a court has actually injected her from doing so. So now she's been cleared to contest the seat. So that's where, and I've seen the pictures too, and some people are seeing that, yeah, that is Stadio, sorry. He was not at the Supreme Court, but he was attending to other business. Of course, the Speaker can say he's no longer interested in this matter. He can even say, and it was quite clear from the speech he did before Parliament came in on the Wednesday that he felt that there's some form of collusion between the executive and the judiciary to run down Parliament, and he felt that was problematic. After doing all of that, I think that it was quite clear that he was not going to. And there's nothing wrong with deciding that whatever you want to do as a court, I do not care. Continue to do it. I do not want to be represented in this matter. I do not want to have a say on this matter before you go ahead and do whatever you want to do.
Raymond, does seeking an interpretation about an issue in the Constitution amount to running down Parliament?
But that's not what he's talking about.
I'm just asking because there's a perception
but
out
your
there
question is unrelated to the thing he said. He listed the issues.
Yeah.
And the Speaker did not say once that seeking interpretation was what's running down Parliament.
Okay. There have been several instances.
Yes, and he went through them.
Suggest that Parliament is being run
brilliant
down.
So, in fact, he even accused his own members of Parliament for also contributing to that. That's what the point he's making. Before I move on, former President Mahama communes with clergy in Kumasi. So, he did one in Accra, I think. That's when the prayers came in. And he went to Kumasi to actually pray with pastors of different denominations. And important notice, Chief Justice reopens 4 courts in Upper East. 3 remain closed. So, she ordered the closure of these regions because we are in court today and we're also dealing with all matters of court. I think you should get to know that too. Those are the key issues here in the daily graphic.
Let's do the Economy Times. Ghana backs $840 million from oil revenue for the first half of this year. BOG's gold coin effectiveness to tackle Ghana's dollarized economy criticized. That is according to the Institute of Economic Affairs. And ADB congratulates the 2024 best farmer. Those are the lead stories in the Economy Times.
Okay, so the Daily Guide is reporting this morning. Local government minister commissions Techiman Nkranza markets. And I has Martin James, of course, out there with traditional leaders cutting the tape to officially open one of those markets. And I brought you this story, but I think it ought to be repeated. Sitting on minority side will be bad omen. Hafenyo Markin is the one saying so. End dollar-based crude oil pricing. This is Dr. Abdul Hamid, the NCA boss, speaking there. And Rebecca campaigns for Baumia. And Rebecca is First Lady of the Republic of Ghana, Rebecca Akufo-Addo, and she's hit the ground running with barely a month to elections to campaign for the candidate of the NPP. So Rebecca Akufo-Addo is on the ground. Can she be given a ministerial position?
I've never thought of that.
For First Lady to First Lady,
there's no reason why
she cannot be. She's not president.
She could even run for president.
Okay, but can an ex-president be given a ministerial position?
Now that is interesting.
I know you can't run for president again.
Yeah, but again, why not?
I'm asking.
Again, would there be anything impeding that from happening? I don't see.
Yes, it's service to mankind.
Indeed.
So maybe Akufo-Addo back as foreign minister.
All right, advisor. He's in Baku, right, for the climate change?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Climate change.
Climate change.
Yeah. And we are protecting our environment very well. Yeah. The fight against climate change is going on very well. We have cleared all our water bodies and our forest of the people who are destroying it. We have done a lot of work. Today, if you go to any forest reserve, you cannot find a single place where pollution is happening or anybody is mining illegally. All our water bodies are back to pristine state. And you are disputing that?
Is not the situation on the ground.
Oh, really? You have a different report to give.
Yes.
Have you shared that report with organized labor yet?
Maybe organized labor are watching.
Yeah, watching.
So far, they haven't seen anything to displease them.
Oh, okay. So far,
well,
even though we moved out of the month of October, and still LI 2462 has not been repealed.
I don't see it causing them.
This is what is happening in Parliament.
Displeasure.
What is that? But when they came, even that day, it was not the agenda. Really? We were told the first day Parliament reconvenes, it will be first priority in Parliament. It was not.
In my interview with the Attorney General, he did say that he wrote immediately to Parliament, but a week afterwards, this problem began.
It was not there.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So
let's
those
do
are
the
stories
online
in the Daily Guide.
Okay, let's do the online review brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yanara Yendia. Free dialysis is a lifeline. But why now? Dr. Kwame Sapon-Asidu questions the NHIS rollout. I guess he's asking about the timing of it. Vacant seats controversy. Court's stay of execution on Speaker's ruling unfounded. Chachu Chikata is the one making that argument. And I'm aware that he was interviewed on GH1. So I suspect that's where this conversation was had.
By Sawami here.
That's right, yes. Okay, on citynewsroom.com this morning, rising alcohol and drug abuse among health workers threatening patient care. And this is something we'll be talking about today. You don't want to hear these things about doctors. Not about doctors, because in society, in society we tend to assign automatic trust to doctors. In fact, to anybody in a white lab coat. I promise you, there have been experiments done. People in white lab coats walk into a restaurant, told everybody to get up, leave their bags, and leave the restaurant, and everybody left. So if they had been
work with CDC.
If they had been thieves, they could have just gathered everybody's bags and walked away. But just because they walked in white lab coats, everybody obeyed them.
It's a distinguished clothing.
Well, you see, and the profession of the medical profession is a distinguished one. You don't want to hear that it is now blighted with drug abuse and alcoholism and sexual harassment. That one is a problem. A bigger problem than we want to deal with our doctors. So we'll come and talk about that later. Right now, though, on CNN, Trump's emerging team of loyalists primed for a fast start as he picks his cabinet. Right now, though, let's go for the BBC News, brought to you by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. Goyle brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Goyle stations nationwide. Goyle Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Goyle Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Goyle Super XP. Who feel ya? Huh? Good energy.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah.
Welcome and non-fufua. A daily star 712 hash and found no regrets. A Suncam investors are a striking gold. A common health workers are a diagnosing luck with precision. A Suncam that tough guy who couldn't hold back his tears. Say a common passionate fan also entering containing a joy. Afraid to the stressor or turning a hard-earned stitches into a bundle of happiness. And now, a common if you say your next big win is right here.
Star 712 hash. Luck is everywhere.
Dial star 712 hash and join the luckiest winning celebration. From the 1st of July 2024, dial star 712 hash to keep buying tickets as a group, individual, or even as a community. Win loads of cash and prizes in the community draw or go for the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with star 712 hash. Join the winning streak now.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone, yeah. The luckiest.
Efia, I've been thinking. Have you noticed the changes in our community?
Kojo, things are really different now. The MPP has really made a difference.
Exactly. Free SHS, healthcare, new factories. It's like a whole new Ghana.
And don't forget, electricity is so much reliable now. I remember when we used to go days without light.
True. The NPP has done a lot to improve the basics.
Ajua is a beneficiary of free SHS, and now she is in university.
And that's the kind of leadership we need. Someone who is focused on making things better for everyone. But Efia, still there are a lot more to be done for the development of Ghana.
Absolutely, Kojo. The NPP has shown that real progress is possible.
On December 7th, let's vote to keep this positive impact going. Vote number 1 on the ballot. Vote NPP for a better and prosperous Ghana.
Hi Aku, I just got the estimate for the home repairs. It's more than we expected. I'm really stressed about where to find the money.
Why worry, Musa? You are a salaried worker. Haven't you heard about the GCB personal loan promo? They can give you up to 700,000 Ghana cedis in less than 24 hours at a significantly reduced interest rate and fees.
Really? This sounds exciting, but is it easy to apply?
Super easy. Skip the stress. Get the cash with the GCB personal loan promo with a 1-month repayment holiday. Just visit a GCB bank branch near you or call 0302 634 922. Toll free 0800 422 422. No hassle, no stress.
Wow! I just got a notification. The loan is already in my account. That was fast.
Skip the stress and get the cash you need with GCB personal loan. Visit a branch near you today. Terms and conditions apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
And could ultimately impact what is in your wine glass.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with Victoria Wahunda and Rob Young.
Coming up, the main UN aid agency in Gaza, UNRWA, has told us here on Newsday that Israel has failed to meet an American deadline to improve humanitarian access to the territory. We'll be speaking to the agency's spokesperson.
Also coming up, Donald Trump has appointed key members of his incoming government. We'll speak to a former senator about what he makes of the appointments.
And all that re-election of Donald Trump, the US markets are hitting record highs. We'll be having all that and more in our business.
And the head of the Church of England is under pressure to step down over his handling of a report about a serial child abuser associated with the church.
And George Addo Jr. will join us with all the latest sport headlines. But first, world news.
Hello, I'm David Harper with the BBC News. The main United Nations aid agency in Gaza says Israel has failed to meet an American deadline to improve humanitarian access to the territory. From Jerusalem, John Donnison reports.
Last month, in a strongly worded letter to Israeli ministers, the US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, demanded Israel took steps to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza. He gave them 30 days to do so. The letter said by now at least 350 lorries of aid needed to be allowed into the Strip every day. But the United Nations says for the past month, the average number of lorries per day has been only just over 40. Israel has reopened more crossings into Gaza and disputes those figures. Louise Wateridge from UNRWA, the main UN aid agency in Gaza, said Israel had failed to meet US demands.
Donald Trump is pressing ahead with appointments to his new presidential administration, with US media suggesting he will name the Florida Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. Mr. Rubio has voted against providing US military aid for the war in Ukraine and has supported Mr. Trump's America First policy, which seeks to keep the US out of foreign conflicts. A former Republican congressman from Illinois, Peter Roskam, said Mr. Trump was forming a team to help pursue his agenda.
I've served in Congress with Senator Rubio, who is likely the next Secretary of State, Elise Stefanik, a congresswoman from New York, who's going to the UN, and also Lee Zeldin, who will head up the Environmental Protection Agency. And I would say all of these people are serious lawmakers that have developed a close relationship with Donald Trump over the past several years, and they're viewed as governing conservatives.
3 American airlines have suspended flights to Haiti's capital, Port-au-Prince, after gunfire struck a plane as it was landing on Monday. With more details, here's Peter Bowes.
Spirit Airlines said its flight from Fort Lauderdale suffered damage consistent with gunfire as it flew into Port-au-Prince. No passengers were injured, but a flight attendant is reported to have been grazed by a bullet. The airline has suspended flights to Haiti, along with American Airlines and JetBlue, which says one of its planes was found to have been damaged by a bullet after safely returning to New York from the Haitian capital. The US Embassy in Port-au-Prince said it was aware of gang-led efforts to block travel to and from the city in a country which is facing a growing political and humanitarian crisis.
Delegates at the COP29 climate gathering in Azerbaijan have approved new standards for a global carbon market, a key component of the Paris Agreement aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The agreement will allow richer countries to offset carbon pollution by investing in clean energy projects or forests in poorer countries. The COP29 president hailed it as a breakthrough. World news from the BBC. The Dutch Court of Appeal will rule today on whether to uphold a landmark ruling ordering the oil giant Shell to sharply reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. The original case was brought in 2019 by Friends of the Earth Netherlands, several other groups, and more than 17,000 Dutch citizens. Shell appealed, arguing the law had been wrongly interpreted. The Prime Minister of New Zealand has made a formal apology to thousands of victims and families of young people who suffered abuse in state and faith-based institutions such as children's homes and psychiatric hospitals over the past 70 years. Those from the indigenous Maori community and the disabled were especially vulnerable. Prime Minister Christopher Luxon told survivors in Parliament that the mistreatment of some 200,000 children and vulnerable adults was heartbreaking and should never have happened.
I am sorry that you were not believed when you came forward to report your abuse. Today I'm announcing a National Remembrance Day will be held on November 12 next year to mark the 1-year anniversary of this apology. And this will provide us with an opportunity to stop and to reflect on what you have endured and to ensure that we are doing all that we can to prevent future abuse.
China is showing off its latest generation of stealth fighter jets and other military hardware at its Zhuhai air show. Beijing's new J-35A stealth fighter jet is being revealed, one of 2 different stealth fighter models, which Beijing hopes will help it dominate the region as tensions grow over Taiwan and the South China Sea. Russia has also flown its own advanced fighter jet, the Su-57, to Zhuhai for the show, a sign of the growing military cooperation between Moscow and Beijing. A car has struck a group of people exercising outside a sports centre in southern China, injuring at least 20 people. Police say they've arrested a 62-year-old man in connection with the incident in the city of Zhuhai. BBC News.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling.
Oh, you a work. But you know it's out there your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out there your side. And when you dream, no say I did for you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I did for you. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
I am Wahinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Wake up, good morning, good morning.
fair, you will not get. So you will not go unless the money is up to. Sometimes you get the money and the FM go and come back. When we come back, there is nothing for us to eat again. It's what we always is that maybe buy some biscuits and take drink water like this and sleep there because we don't have money and there's no food for us to eat. So that's been very difficult. When it happens like this, I always ask myself, when would this stress stop? Be a doctor in the future, but sometimes I think maybe that future will not come true because of the condition I am in today and because I don't always come to school. So I think maybe I cannot succeed to be what I want to be in future.
She wants to do it. She wants to progress. She doesn't want to miss anything. If her health condition were not crippling her, she could have shot up to the top in no time. So if she gets support for this kind of thing that is disturbing her, she would have a peace of mind and it would help her to go very, very, very far.
Some of our contacts will promise to assist us, but later refuse to even pick our calls. We get disappointed when that happens. My daughter was among several children on dialysis. Currently, she's the only one alive.
Yeah, this, the indignity of it really strikes you. And you think that just to save your life, you have to pick up the phone and beg.
Yeah.
Beg.
And you become a burden to people. They'll ignore the calls, they'll pretend they have not seen it. I mean, not always deliberately, because they also have their problems they are dealing with.
Indeed.
And that's why, to some of us, issues of health is always elevated, because I say this all the time. In my hometown, even those who swear to occupy stools, they swear and exempt situations of sickness, because you don't control that situation. You may plan your life in ways, but it can bring you down. It can actually reduce you to nothing. It can obstruct and distract your life for God knows how long. And especially if you're a kid who believes that I have to do well in school, you have the pressures of having your colleagues still staying and making it, and you are struggling by no fault of yours. And you see, let's get it clear. For adults, some people will raise issues. Oh, certain lifestyles promote this, they do that. But what will be your justification for a 13-year-old? What will be the so it's almost as if they are suffering. They did not contribute in any way to it, yet they are suffering.
Yeah.
And yet they can't get the help that they need. And the question keeps coming up. Sometimes the only thing I can say is that the only wrong here is that they might have been born in the wrong country. Yeah. Elsewhere, these conversations do not crop up. I hope you get my point.
Yeah.
So it's our collective responsibility to give hope to young people like this girl.
Yeah.
That they are not in a banana republic. That we have a social system that can provide support when it is absolutely needed. No right-thinking person will not be touched by what this girl said.
Indeed.
And no child at her age should be thinking about these things. She'll be thinking about money for medical bills, money to feed the family. She'll be thinking about whether or not she's going to survive. This girl should be spending quality time concentrating on her education, enjoying life in her innocence.
Yes.
And yet she's carrying the burden of adults. Far more than just that. She's experiencing it. And that's why we have, it is up to us. We need to make sure that this young lady does not become another Priscilla Asante on our hands. We need to make sure that we are not sending signals that we cannot take care of our own, and that we will fail when it matters most.
I want you to make sure that you don't miss this feature when we play it later on the show. I mean, just listen to it. Put yourself in the shoes of this girl or her family. I mean, just imagine that's your daughter, your little sister, and this is her daily life. A person with all the potential that any average person is given, and the opportunity to excel and exceed, expectations in life. However, because of a condition that she cannot afford to treat, a condition that in other parts of the world she wouldn't even have to worry about. Because of that, her life hangs in the balance, and all it will take is $25,000. This is I mean, how much is a Black Stars bonus per player?
Oh, I don't follow those people.
After they have even gone and failed, how much bonus do we pay them? Anyway, this is not the only thing on our minds this morning.
Okay, but before we move it on, I'm sure you'll be interested in today's UPSA Point of Law series. So the UPSA Law School Point of Law series. Today, Kojo, we are taking from Section 36F of the Representation of the People's Act 1982. We've told that because of our close elections, you'll be hearing election stuff, right? A person who induces a voter to vote for him or a particular candidate using curses or threats and fear of other divine retribution commits an offense.
So all those politicians who go and give money to voters and then make them swear, by rivers and water bodies and crack eggs, swearing to vote for them. Yes,
you
they are
can go to
committing
jail.
an offense.
Yes. In fact, you commit an offense and may be liable to imprisonment upon being convicted. Section 36F of the Representation of the People's Act 1982, PNDC Law 284. I repeat, a person who induces a voter to vote for him or a particular candidate using A, curses or threats, and fear of other divine retribution. So the fear that you are invoking of some divine reaction, you are committing an offense and you may be liable to imprisonment upon being convicted. I mean, this is one of those situations where you would want to say that the law is coming very close to, spiritism and the things related to it. Because I'm asking myself, how do you determine that I used fear? So if I just say that, could you answer? See, God is up there. If you take my money and you don't vote for me, God is watching you. Have I invoked fear in you?
Well, I think a court will find a reasonable,
in this one. But just says I look up to God, and that you told me you're going to vote for me. Because I've seen people who have given people money. No, okay. If I say that, they'll say I should go and provide the people their names. But I've seen people who have done things for people, and people have promised to vote for people, and they refuse to do the voting. And everybody is promising that they voted for the person, and we can't count the vote. But still, so this one, some things don't work. You see.
All right. Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. It's an interesting case to deliberate.
Oh, no. It's a very fantastic one. So please don't forget, whichever corner you are, if you let them hold things, yes, please.
Now,
you're going to be in trouble.
A couple of other things that we're talking about today on the Super Morning Show. First of all, the Medical and Dental Council, the Ghana Medical Association talks about the number of cases brought to the Medical and Dental Council to deal with regarding alcoholism, drug abuse, and sexual assault accusations made against medical professionals, particularly doctors. And this is worrying. We've talked about how it's the last thing you want to hear about doctors, but we'll talk about it today. Also, a couple of things, but we'll come back to this because I know you have something to say about it. But a couple of other things this morning. Krontini Akwemu is happening. I love the theme: religion and liberal democracy in the Fourth Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they add this one to it? The cash and the voting. No?
But a big friend of the show will be stopping by today. The McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2 is about to kick off.
Okay.
It's going to be on our networks, as you can well imagine, on Joy Prime in particular. And the man behind it, Dr. Daniel Macaulay himself, stops by the Super Morning Show today to talk about this innovative idea and how it is impacting business, job creation, and how he aims to use it as a spark to the economy. This is positive stuff. Yeah. Let's look forward to that conversation later on the show. Now, doctors, sexual harassment and alcoholism and drug abuse.
The last thing you
imagine.
want, and so you see, nobody can tell a doctor what to do with their private lives. I can't do so, or anybody at all, frankly. But the last thing you want is walking into a consulting room, and the gentleman you expect to have all his faculties at play is under the influence of something that impairs his judgment.
Completely sozzled.
Can you believe that? And this life-threatening situation. Come on, that would be problematic.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and you want to trust the doctor because you are vulnerable in a doctor's presence. You know, they are observing and probing and prodding parts of you that you naturally wouldn't let others have access to. But a doctor, you trust. And so you unquestioningly give them full access to your body. Now, if this person, ends up sexually harassing you, what are they fine? I mean, most of the time, you might even have a difficult time proving it. But not just that, you shouldn't even be subjected to such a horrific experience at the hands of a medical professional. So I think this is a conversation worth having. We're getting into it later on the Super Morning Show. Stay with us for that. But of course, we certainly want to know what you think about all these topics. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you talk to us, and we'll tell the world what you're thinking. Right here on Joy 99.7 FM.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Hello, Ghana. Here's your chance to be one of the luckiest. Now, the grand draw is still happening on the 30th of November with incredible cash prizes, but between now and then, you get fantastic prizes every single day. Just imagine you could win a motorbike, a TV, a chest freezer, or anything else just by getting your luckiest tickets. It's very simple, okay? Every day, the person who spends the most on tickets wins the daily prize. Nangin, simple. Doesn't matter if you spent that money on different tickets or whether you spend it on one ticket. Doesn't matter. Just dial *712#, follow the prompts, buy as many tickets as you can. You can even buy tickets for others. That's the beauty of it. So you are putting other people into the grand draw for 30th of November, but you are picking up a TV or a fridge or an iPhone or whatever. You're picking that up today just because you spent so much on the luckiest tickets and you're the biggest spender of the day. Simple. Try it out.
Because recently they launched, you said you're concluding that.
Yes, I was going to repeat. *712# is the short code. So Ghana, this is your time. Grab your tickets daily and stay in the game to win all month long with the luckiest. Don't miss out on these exciting prizes. Keep dialing *712# to buy more tickets. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Recently, they launched the Christmas lights in London.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You know that thing that they put you in a bus, then you go around, they are just watching the light, you know.
Yeah.
Nice places.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Some people are getting ready for the Bronya. But some of us, the Bronya is doing something else. But why wait for December when we can bring Christmas to you early? Total Energy is kicking off the holiday spirit with our Bronya Lube special. This is from the 1st of November to the 31st of January 2025. We are ready to spread some festive cheer. Now swing by the Liberation Road, Tessano, the Dakuman, the Link Road, the Sakumono, Farah Avenue, Oxford Street, Community One Stadium, and Aprem, the Total Energy service stations. And change your engine oil and get a free elite car wash to keep your ride sparkling. It's like giving your car a holiday makeover, complete makeover. Now, so while preparing to hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready for the festivities. For more details and updates, visit our website, and it's totalenergiesgh.com. Follow us on social media too: Facebook at Total Energies Ghana, on X Total Energies GH, and Instagram Total Energies GH. The difference is that on X the GH is in block letters, and on Instagram it's in small letters.
Okay, Ghana. I've got so many messages for Ghana this morning. Ghana, get ready for the biggest giveaway from Syntex Tank. Syntex is visiting 15 communities, giving them free water, and this is all to say thank you, Ghana, for making them number one. Syntex was the first to introduce double layer tanks in Ghana, but did you also know the Syntex tanks come in so many colors, and they also first invented the inner white layer? So when it's not Syntex, forget about it. Now, if you're a community and you want to benefit from Syntex free water giveaway, just log in to their social media handles at Syntex Ghana and nominate your community. The more times you nominate, the better the chance of them coming. Remember, it's Syntex, Syntex, Syntex Tank. Not be any tank, be tank. The correct tank be Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank. Are you strong? Are you tough?
Now, Access Bank's Womenpreneur Pitchathon Season 6 is already here. Ghanaian women entrepreneurs, this is your time to shine, right? Access Bank is giving women-led businesses a unique chance to secure funding, world-class business training, and the tools to scale up for business and success. Ready to elevate your business? Don't miss out on the chance to win 100,000 Ghana cedis in the grand prize, 50,000 in other prizes, exclusive business masterclass, and business protection insurance, and so much more. Application has been extended and now closed on November 20, 2024. Visit ghana.accessbankplc.com to apply now. Terms and conditions apply. You need more info? Call our toll-free number 0800 004400 or visit W Community GH on Facebook, Instagram, and on X2 to connect with our women banking team. Now this is open to all business sectors, whichever area you are doing wonderful work. Access W, inspiring, connecting, and empowering.
Now, Toyota Ghana is thrilled to announce their new extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. With this extended coverage, you can enjoy peace of mind driving experience while also saving on repair costs. Visit their nearest Toyota branch or call 0302 429 801 802 all the way up to 805 to learn more. Drive with confidence and choose the brand that prioritizes your vehicle ownership experience. Call Toyota Ghana today on 0302 429 801 to 805 and learn more.
Now, where are you headed this morning? Are you going shopping at the mall? You are buying fuel for your car? Are you enjoying your favorite meal at a restaurant or getting home essentials at your favorite shop? Or you are shopping online for the things you need? Wherever you go, whatever you are doing, do it with the SG Visa card. The SG Visa card is your best option to make payments for goods and services online or anywhere with a point of sale machine. Enjoy a world of amazing opportunities available with the SG Visa card. Go about your business anywhere in Ghana with the comfort and security of your money being available to you always. Make your life easy and use your SG Ghana Visa card today. To find out more, all you need to do is call this number 0302 214 314. SG Ghana, the future is you.
And are you wondering where to hold your strategy planning meetings, your board sessions, your staff retreats? Well, there's only one venue, and it's Safari Valley Resort. Just think about it. Think of the green, serene environment, the accessibility, the meeting room capacity, the flow and layout of space, the room flexibility, the quality of equipment, the staff, and of course, first-class catering services. It's got to be Safari Valley Resort as your first choice. Call Safari Valley Resort on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
When was the last time you engaged in extreme physical activity that tested your strength and your ability to withstand pressure?
Over the weekend.
What did you do?
Walking. Yeah.
Okay, now join us on Saturday, November 16 to truly walk, not pretend to walk, 2024 at 5:30 a.m. That's it, this Saturday, all right, at the forecourt of the State House here in Accra. This is a morning of fitness and fun. The only basic health walk starts from the State House through principal streets of Accra and back to the State House for aerobics and also other exciting activities. Remember, it's not just a walk. There will be an exciting exhibition with exclusive discounts on various products from our customers, and also be fun games and refreshments too at M13 Day. Let's do this together. It's free, fun, and better than ever. Don't come alone. Bring your family and friends. Kojo, we are going there. Yes, don't walk in the room. Don't purport to walk anyway. For further information, kindly call our contact center on 0307086000 or 0302758555 or toll free at 0800 100790. Omni Basic Bank at your service.
Don't forget to go to kingdomstoreonline.com, pick up some stationery, office equipment, furniture, and pay via Momo across all networks. You get free delivery if you're in Accra or Tema. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. Stay with us. Super Morning Show has so much more, including birthdays and sports after these.
You've grown into a big boy, oh! Ifipa. Even Momo is 15 years old. It still feels like yesterday when we were fumbling with cash and worrying about the way money moves.
Say it again. Now I send money to my AC in the village, pay bills, save money, loans so kaka, investment kaka, at the Momo app.
Shit. How do you think I get the small coins from my bugapa?
To celebrate 15 years of Momo, you too can win awesome prizes in the Momo at 15 Rewards promo. Just download the new My Momo app, continue to transfer and make payments, and you could be one of the 15 lucky winners of 15,000 Ghana cedis and 150 lucky winners of 1,500 Ghana cedis each. So, Ghana, keep celebrating Momo at 15. Offer runs from now till November. T's and C's apply. MTN.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
This is Senna from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we are right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We are the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling.
Wow.
Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you
Everywhere
go.
you go.
And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
As close as a partner.
Now, I've got a couple here. I think,
Okay.
let's get through them really quickly. So this one says, please help wish Reverend Edward Idiama of Kodesh and Kodesh City Church a blessed birthday today. As a man after God's heartbeat, may he increasingly enjoy the blessings of the Lord, and as his years increase, so may his strength be. Love from his family and loved ones. And here's one more from Humphrey. He says, it's my father-in-law's birthday today. He's 85 years old, Mr. Albert Kwabena Sapong, CEO of Sarpest Printing Limited in Mataheko. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Today is the birthday of David Damois. Damois is now in Parliament. He used to be with the PPA, but you know, in our student days, Damois was in charge of communication for Nooks at some point in time. So today is the birthday of David Damois. Damois is not a lawyer. He's many things too. And Atupaka Swatson too. Today is his birthday. Esther Fosua Dodu, today is your birthday. There is a Nigerian, and she insists that nobody calls her a UK resident. There's a Nigerian at the in the United Kingdom who is in the Republic of Ghana. Fasomino Banke. Today is her birthday too. Fasomino Banke. Yeah.
Happy
Bank
birthday
with
to
the E.
them all.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you all. Right now, though, the Joy Sports Center is brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
here for good.
And if it's football you want, DSTV has got it all. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
Now, so folks, imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. I mean, picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right. We're not just offering loans, we are offering keys to your solar powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter and a more sustainable future. So if you are ready to take control of your energy destiny now and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of these numbers: 050-153-5789 or 050-153-5790 or 0244-674-154, and let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dream shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered,
here for good. Now, thanks to the buy now pay later from Sametro, you can now buy a sleek and trendy smartphone and enjoy the luxury of paying in convenient weekly or monthly installment plans. All you have to do is walk into any of MTN's service centers and choose your favorite from a wide range of mobile phones on offer. Best part is all phones come with up to 2 gigabytes of free data, so you can share your pictures and get all the biggest scoops online for the first 6 months after you purchase. So go on then, share the exciting news with your family and friends, and stay connected on the smart side of life with MTN and Sametro.
Very good morning. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. We have quite a lot to cover this morning. And we will not waste a lot of time. We'll get straight into the stories. And there are as many as 8 Black Stars players who have pulled out of the upcoming AFCON qualifying matches against Angola and Niger. But the replacements have been called up. We'll tell you who is in at the moment. But yesterday there was training session held at the Accra Sports Stadium. 8 players participated in that training session yesterday. Mohamed Kudus was one of those, including 3 Ghana-based players, Razak Simpson, Isaac Afo and Emmanuel Entry. They were all present. In addition, 4 foreign-based players, Gideon Mensah, Mohamed Kudus, Elisha Owusu, Joseph Wallacott and Osman Bukari all took part in the session. But before that, yesterday, news emerged that 8 players had withdrawn from the squad, including Anton Semenyo, Inaki Williams and Tariq Lamte, with all of them except Joseph Pencil citing various injuries. Pencil, on the other hand, had indicated he will not be available for personal reasons. But Otuado has called up replacements for those 8 players. 6 players have been called up, including Terry Yegbe, Forcing Amankwa, Koningsdorfer. All of them have been handed late call-ups into the team. After training yesterday, Gideon Mensah reacted to the news of 8 players withdrawing from the team.
For me, I think first of all, every player in the national team is very crucial to the team, and then obviously we have players that we are always looking up to see in the national team, and we have players that are also there to support when the other players are not there. I mean, it's a big loss for us, but also at the end of the time, at the end of the day, we still have a team to cover up, and then I'm not really scared about that. But like I said, everybody is crucial to the team, so one is not there, one is ready to play. So.
That's Gideon Mensah there, and despite the seemingly low interest in the games coming up for the Black Stars, the Auxerre player says the players are very motivated to face Angola and Niger.
We are made for this. The journey is always going to be smooth. We've come to a junction where we have to hope and then work for ourselves. So, obviously, like you said, we're going to watch the game and then see what's going to happen in the game. But at the end of the day, the focus is to win our 6 points, and then everything that's going to happen on the side, we are there for it. I think the motivation is always the football that we play. I mean, we have good people here in Ghana who support us every day and then every time that we play. So, obviously, like we are here for a game like this, and then we are all mentally prepared for this. So, I don't think we have any other thing to think about than the games.
And that's Gideon Mensah, Black Stars defender there. The Black Stars will continue to train here in Accra until Wednesday, when they fly out to Luanda for that match against Angola. They will then face Niger at home on Monday. Qualification is well and truly out of the hands of Ghana. A draw in Sudan's remaining 2 matches will completely kick the Black Stars out of AFCON qualification. The last 2 AFCONs that the Black Stars went to, they were knocked out in the group stages. Ghana has not played a knockout game in the AFCON since 2019. They've not won a match in the last 10 outings in AFCON. But the chairman of the Ghana League Clubs Association, Kojo Fiano, he's being on the back of the GFA president, Ket Okreku, and he says that they have massively disappointed and all of them must step down.
If, let me say a big if they fail to qualify for AFCON, I don't know if there's any other failure that would be worse than that. That is why they should eat humble pie and resign. And if they don't resign, we decide what to do with them. 20 years ago, this same thing happened. I happened to be the welfare officer at that time. The second coming of the German, Okasi, that we couldn't qualify in Rwanda. 20 years, exactly 20 years, we are struggling again to qualify. A German-born Ghanaian. The second coming. What can they say is the reason why we are not doing well? 5 years, we've changed about 6 coaches. And I'm saying that if there's no failure, that is worse than qualify for. Then I don't know what Ghanaians want before our voices are heard. I don't think they have anything anymore to offer.
That's Kojo Fiano, president for the Ghana League Clubs Association. As I indicated, to qualify for the AFCON, the Black Stars must win their remaining games and hope Sudan don't pick up a single point from their remaining 2. In the Ghana Premier League, we have another casualty, this time Joseph Asarbediako. He's stepped down as head coach of newly promoted side Young Apostles. This followed the club's slow start to the season that saw them win only 2 games from their opening 10 matches. They are 14th on the league table on 10 points, just 2 above the relegation zone. The former Ghana Stars and Heart of Oak manager is being in charge of the club for only 4 months. Now, for the first time, Ghana and West Africa hosted a Rugby Africa Women's Sevens tournament at the University of Ghana rugby field over the weekend. South Africa beat Kenya 19-10 in a thrilling final to retain their title, with 12 teams participating in a 2-day tournament organized by Rugby Africa. Herbert Mensah is president of Rugby Africa, and he's proud of the success of the tournament.
This has been an exhibition of pure excellence, and that I'm really, really proud. Look at the ball boys. Look at the officials. Look at how we've integrated Ghanaians into it. Look at the facility we're able to show, even before we talk about the quality of rugby on the pitch. And hasn't there been some beautiful rugby? Look at those women. And you've got women who are playing who are so highly ranked. South Africa are world class. Everybody knows that. Very easy to be bounced out. After yesterday, look how close Ghana came to playing against Kenya yesterday. I know it took all the effort out of their lungs and their bodies, what they put on the line.
That's Herbert Mensah, president of Rugby Africa. Let's do athletics. This time, the Legon Creatives Athletics Club has taken the initiative to groom talent at a very young age, which is novel in Ghana. The club has over 30 children between the ages of 6 and 12. Muftar Nabila Abdullah attended one of their sessions and has filed this report.
The Legon Creative Athletics Club has been nurturing young talent for the past 4 years, teaching kids as young as 4 the foundations of track and field. With around 35 children aged between 4 and 12, the club is helping these young athletes take their first steps toward a promising future.
Our focus is not on competition now, it's the drills now, because when they get the drills, as for the speed, and that one is just a normal thing. The drills is the basic thing now.
Parents are fully on board too. One father brings his 2 children here every Saturday, fulfilling his wife's dream of seeing her children follow her path in athletics.
Okay, so my decision really is based on, let me say, my wife was an athlete herself, so she wants our daughter to start early, hopefully to follow in her tracks and go a step further. And then I have my nephew too here, and my sister was also an athlete as well. Hopefully by the time we get to GSS, SHS, they would have picked the basics up. Then we can push them into going to a more competitive level.
And for the kids, it is all about the excitement and the journey. They know that each stride they take here could be a step towards something bigger.
Just running because I like running, because I'm very fast. That's why my father allows me to come and run.
What are your ambitions? What goals do you have in athletics?
To be a 200 world champion. I want to look up to Gabby Thomas because she's a very fast runner. She wins a lot of goals, and I want to run for America.
You want to run for America, not Ghana?
No.
Why?
Because if you run for America, you get more gold medals. My father said that I should run, and I should run for USC.
Okay, that's not what I wanted to hear at the end of that report, but yeah, young children training here in Ghana are dreaming of competing for the United States of America. That's a crazy story there. But let's go to England. Premier League referee David Coote has been suspended following the emergence of a video in which he appeared to make derogatory remarks about Liverpool and their former manager Jurgen Klopp. In the unverified footage, Coote used expletives to describe Klopp, who left Liverpool in the summer after nearly 9 years in charge. Now, Ruud van Nistelrooy, he's left Man United after not being given a role in new manager Ruben Amorim's backroom staff. The 48-year-old Dutchman took over at Old Trafford on an interim basis after compatriot Erik ten Hag was sacked. Van Nistelrooy, who joined United as an assistant coach in July on a 2-year deal, managed 3 victories in a draw in his 4 games during his time as caretaker manager. But Amorim says he doesn't want him to join his backroom staff. Meanwhile, Sporting Lisbon have appointed João Pereira as head coach on a deal through to 2027 following Amorim's departure to Man United. The former Portugal defender had 3 spells as a Sporting player, making 154 appearances with his last season under Amorim in the 2020-21 season when they won the title. Now, Ghana are not the only team with players withdrawing. England have also had 8 players withdraw from their squad for the UEFA Nations League in this very international break. Now, some of the players that have withdrawn from the squad: Gerard Bowen, Gerard Braithwaite, along with Newcastle fullback Tino Livramento and Burnley goalkeeper James Trafford, have also been added to the squad as late call-ups. Who are they replacing? The likes of Levi Colwill and Cole Palmer from Chelsea, they've withdrawn. Arsenal duo Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka have also withdrawn. Man City's Phil Foden and Jack Grealish are also out of the squad. England face Greece on the 14th of November and the Republic of Ireland on the 17th of November. That's all time. How much time we have for sports this morning here on the Joy Sports Center? My name is Fentio Tahiru Fentio. That is more on myjoyonline.com/sports. Back to you, Kojo. That's a lovely shirt you have on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a lovely shirt.
Yes,
a lot of designs on it.
Yes, and
so it looks like a summer shirt you ordinarily wear in the Bahamas with a fedora hat on.
I pray your words come to
that's what you're dreaming about.
Absolutely.
Have you been to the Bahamas before?
Not yet.
Anywhere in the Caribbean?
No.
Wow.
No, not once.
And I'm lucky.
You absolutely are. You can certainly rub that one in. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one to rub in. No,
I have
problem.
been to the Bahamas. Thanks to work, by the way.
Yeah.
But you're still in small enjoyment. I remember seeing the color of the water, the turquoise blue. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, is this real?
Yeah, dear.
No. Go to Lavado Beach and see. It's there. Our water is different color. It's like it's not the same sea. But even in the same Ghana, when you go to the Qatar areas and you go to the western region, some of the beaches have clear blue water. I don't know about the beach. It's like we are overusing it with the horse riding and all those things and all the chinchinga. The people are roasting by the beach side. No,
you think that's what's changing the color?
I don't know. I think it is stressed.
Yeah, it is.
But there's so much activity there.
Yeah,
the beach. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, maybe there's a business idea or two in there, things to do to clean up our beaches. Speaking of business ideas, the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge is about to start again.
$100,000.
Yeah, Dr. Daniel Macaulay will be here to tell us all about it.
Today?
Yeah.
I have great ideas, man.
Yeah.
Is it too late to sign up?
I don't think it is. Who knows? Yes, thanks to work, you'll end up going to the Bahamas and winning $100,000. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
That would be phenomenal.
Yeah, well, that's all coming up later on the show. Also on the show later, Kruntini Akwemu is coming up. They've got a very interesting theme talking about the exploration of religion and the role it plays in development, and the points at which they juxtapose. We'll talk about that as well. We wonder what's going on with the Ghana Medical Association as their president talks extensively about reports of complaints made against doctors regarding alcoholism, drug abuse, and sexual harassment, among other things. It's not a pleasant look, and we'll find out why. Also today on the Super Morning Show.
When I hear that someone on dialysis have died, I ask myself, so will I also die? Of course, everybody on your phone. How can you be calling someone every day, every time to ask for money? How would that person feel for you? So sometimes it happens that I'll not go. Even today, sometimes you get the dialysis man, but the lorry fare you will not get. So you will not go unless the money is up to. Sometimes you get the money and the other go and come back. When we come back, there is nothing for us to eat again. It's what we always do that. Maybe buy some biscuits and take the drink water like this and sleep there because we don't have money and there's no food for us to eat. So that's very difficult. when it happens like this, I always ask myself, when would this stress stop?
Stay tuned for the full story today on Big Stories, brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies, Latex Foam, your partner for life, and Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Now get ready for more money and even more winners. The Telecel More Money promo just got extended for 2 extra months, giving you even more chances to win big. And of course, they are now rewarding 4 lucky winners with 30,000 Ghana cedis every week, and the 1 million Ghana cedi grand prize still up for grabs. Keep purchasing data or airtime or reloading data on your fixed broadband to get closer to becoming a millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning. So don't miss out. Dial star 500 hash, send the word win to 500, or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in for free. Terms and conditions apply. Promo is regulated by NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Telecel, connecting energies. Now picture this. You're lying in bed after a long day seeking comfort and relaxation, but instead you're met with a mattress that sags beneath you, a reminder of shortcuts and compromises. Your comfort and well-being should never have been compromised, and that is why at Latex Foam they prioritize quality above all else. Step into their showroom and experience the difference for yourself. Their high-quality mattresses and furniture are crafted with your ultimate relaxation in mind. Just picture waking up refreshed, rejuvenated, and ready to take on the day. That is the Latex Foam promise. Invest in your well-being. Choose Latex Foam, otherwise you do yourself. Latex Foam is your partner for life. Visit them today and sleep better tonight. Call 0302 231155 or 0322 008499, or just go to latexfoamghana.com.
Everybody likes money, but what do we like more than money? More money! Join the Telecel More Money promo and win money, more money, and even more money. Simply opt in for free and reload your mobile and broadband and be the lucky winner of the 1 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Also win cash prizes of up to 3 million Ghana cedis in the daily and weekly draws. Opt in for free by dialing star 500 hash or send win to 500, or you can opt in on the Telecel Play app. The more you reload, the higher chances of winning in the Telecel More Money promo. Keep loading, win, and be a millionaire.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power, because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell, go well.
Morning Show. All right, it's time now for the Joy Business Minute, and it's brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Good morning and welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, the generator experts, and Wycott Recapital. Coming up, cement manufacturers say they will now be forced to lay off some workers and cut down on their operations. It follows the laying of new legislative instruments in Parliament this week that seeks to control the pricing of the product. They also warn that it could lead to shortage of cement on the market. Nigeria has been selected to host the headquarters of the newly established $5 billion Africa Energy Bank. The decision was taken after a thorough inspection by the Africa Petroleum Producers Organization and the Afri-Exim Bank, joint promoters of the bank. A former Minister of Finance September has cautioned government against painting an overwhelmingly positive picture of the economy by focusing only on non-interest expenses and primary balances. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Electricals, Generator Expert, and Wyker We Capital.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super.
Right now, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets in sizes from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA, all at competitive prices. Okay, so you get 24-hour emergency services, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, and professional advice. Plus, they sell tower lights and they rent them too. You can find their latest branches in Bibiani at Petroji on the main Bibiani-Kumasi Highway. In Techiman, they are at X Oil Filling Station on the Techiman-Kumasi Highway. And their head office is number 77 Anointed House on the Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 18 branches across the country and they do skills training. Okay, the training school will train you on generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, solar installations as well. And they offer 80% hands-on training with 20% theory. You can call them on 0243 480 334 or 0243 690 295. Anointed are the generator experts. All right then, so don't forget to tell us what you think about all the conversations we're having, whether it's dialysis at 13, whether it's the Ghana Medical Association concerned about reports of sexual harassment, alcoholism and drug abuse. Whichever one you have thoughts on, or perhaps you have an experience you want to share, use the hashtag JoySMS when you post on X, or you can send us a WhatsApp to 055 1111 997. Social media messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Cowbell Coffee, with you every moment. Oh, hello, Ray.
Yes, let me bring you the good news from EcoBank. Every day people face different emergencies. There's the police one, there's also the fire emergency, there's the medical emergency, you name it. But many Ghanaians don't know their emergency numbers. Well, here's one you want to remember. Take note. *770#. Yes, *770# is the new EcoBank money emergency number. *770# gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchase, and so much more. You don't need the internet for this. Just dial *770#. You don't need to panic in any money emergency situation. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African bank.
Now, just let's talk about something we all want. Success. Everybody wants it. Everybody dreams of it. We all aspire to succeed and to make a mark in life. And we push ourselves to excel, don't we? Yeah, enduring challenges along the way just to be successful. Well, Charlie, when work gets tough, and I bet you it will, you need that extra boost to keep pushing forward. And on those days where you need someone to be there for you, Cowbell Coffee will be by your side. It's a rich, creamy 3-in-1 blend with a great taste and aroma that will aid in kickstarting your day. So whether you're working or just creating memories with friends and loved ones, Cowbell Coffee will be there with you every moment. So don't worry about where you are as you chase after those goals. Keep Cowbell Coffee close to stay motivated and going. Remember, Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment. Okay, some messages. We've got more on the show after these.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You go enjoy it. In my rhyming check. In my rhyming check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Wale Jainabu. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 18 branches nationwide. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Call our hotlines on 0302 324723 or 0243 690295. Also on 0243 480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
It's Heaven on Earth conference season and the glory is about to fall. Join us for our annual Word and Worship Conference dubbed Heaven on Earth. Come be inspired and refreshed with dynamic, life-changing messages from our host and global lead pastor Gideon Danso and mighty men of God such as Pastor Bradley Knight, Pastor Pojo Yemade, Pastor Keon Henderson, Pastor Paul Doherty, and Pastor Travis Green. Leading worship will be the sound of our house, EWC Live. Sessions are from 6 p.m. each night, from Wednesday through to Friday, and we crown it all on the 24th with Conference Sunday at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. in the morning, our worship night at 6 p.m. Location is the EWC Prayer Fact, Jowulu, next to the Allied Heights, and it's absolutely free. There'll be free buses as well at key vantage points. For more information, 055 100,002. We can't wait to have you at Heaven on Earth Conference, brought to you by the Empowerment Worship Center, where God lives.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, you're welcome back. In a moment, we're bringing you that feature on the 13-year-old who is on dialysis and in dire need of a kidney transplant. You need to hear the story. Stay tuned. It's coming up in a moment. But before that, mums, it's finally here. The news we've all been waiting for. Your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? This new Cerelac wheat and maize comes at an affordable price of only 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. To prepare the new Cerelac wheat and maize, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac way nyauhiane milk. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Choose from a luxurious one-bedroom unit or a spacious investment studio at Eminence Court, a premier development by Nestor's Homes. Located in the heart of Tema Community 26, just behind Palace Mall, this eco-friendly community offers exceptional rental yields and strong capital appreciation. Experience the epitome of luxury living and smart investing at Eminence Court. The key features you should be looking out for, which you certainly be getting, is an off-plan price starting from $35,000, fully furnished, and also delivery in 3 months, just 3 months. Prime location, sure rentals from Airbnb. And now, don't miss this opportunity to create a lasting legacy. Contact us today, 053-101-4440 or 053-101-4447, or visit our website at nestas.com.gh, or follow us on social media as NestasGH for more information.
All right then, so it's time. Let's learn the full story. She was diagnosed with end-stage kidney failure at age 13, a time when most children are filled with dreams and aspirations. For the past 3 years, Rosemary Bwedu has endured the grueling dialysis with doctors recommending a kidney transplant to prevent her condition from worsening. Her mother stands ready to give a part of herself, her own kidney. But they need $25,000 for the procedure. Here are excerpts of Joy News' feature, Dialysis at 13, produced by Emmanuel Chivenu.
So will I be on dialysis for the rest of my life? Or will I get someone to help me out of this? Or that will be the end of my life.
Rosemary Bwedu's journey with end-stage kidney disease began at the tender age of 13, a time when most children are filled with dreams and aspirations. Hers was overshadowed by the specter of chronic illness. What seemed like minor discomforts soon escalated into a life-altering diagnosis.
We went to several hospitals. They did not find out what was happening to me. So a friend of my mother introduced a hospital to us to go there. So when we went there, they wrote a letter for my mother to go to another hospital. But then we did not open the letter. And when my mother opened it too, she did not tell me what was in the letter. And so we went to that hospital at home.
It was only after a series of referrals and mysterious letters that the full extent of her condition became clear. Her kidneys have failed, and her only lifeline was the grueling routine of dialysis.
I don't know that they have told my mother that I have to go for dialysis so that they will do something for me. So now my kidney is no more working. The two of them have been damaged, and the work that is that can no more do it. Yeah, of course, everybody on your phone. How can you be calling someone every day, every time to ask for money? How would that person feel for you? So sometimes it happens that I'll not go. Even today, tomorrow I'll be going to dialysis, but as I'm here, I'm still thinking about who I go home to call and ask for money. If I do not go, then that means I'll not go. I'm here writing exams. That's what I can do to get strength and walk and sit down for a long time. Then it means maybe I cannot write the exam or come to school. And I don't want that thing to happen to me too.
Adeɛ bɛkye a ɛyɛ afrɛ me ɔbɛfrɛ nipa kono saa ebi a ɔbɛfa nanso so ne duru anwumbrɛ deɛ a ɔbɛfrɛ saa nipa kono ɔfa na afei na yaba mu abu.
Being in school gives Rosemary some level of joy, but her current condition makes it difficult for the young girl to be regular in class. She has to visit the hospital twice in a week for her dialysis sessions. Rosemary and her mother relocated from the Oti region to stay with a friend in Accra to be able to visit the Kolebu Teaching Hospital for her sessions. Unfortunately, the philanthropist who had been helping to pay for her renal sessions could not continue after 2 years due to a business slowdown. Her daily existence has been marked by a delicate dance of survival.
Sometimes you get the dialysis man, but the Lord fair you will not get, so you will not go unless the money is up to. Sometimes soon you get the money and the Lord go and come. When we come back, there is nothing for us to eat again. It's what we always do, that maybe buy some biscuits and take it, drink water like this and sleep there because we don't have money and there's no food for us to eat. So that's very difficult. When it happens like this, I always ask myself, when would this stress stop?
Nyankopɔn sɛ biribi ɛbɛyɛ bi ɛmfa ase da mfama no nti ɛba asa na me so da nyame bɛyɛ bia no yɛmfa ne sɛ ɛmfa ase da mfama no na yɛte to da bi so ɛba asa na yɛbɔ mpa na yɛsɛ Nyankopɔn yɛ bi ma na ɔmboae.
She is very academically inclined. She attends school regularly. It's when her health worries her that you would not see her in school. There were times that she would go for dialysis and would want to come back to school immediately after because she doesn't want to lose any of her lessons. And when she is even unwell, she would call the school and inform the school that she's unwell, so she would not be able to come to school.
I came to school last 3 weeks. And today is the 3rd week that we are writing exam. So when I came, it put pressure on me. Copying notes, I used 1 week for copying the notes, and I used 1 week for learning some of the notes. But now, I've not finished learning of some. I've learned it, I'm only revising. Some too, I'm not coming to learn it. So it's really affecting my education.
Thankfully, the National Health Insurance Authority in June 2024 offered a glimmer of hope to Rosemary, another high-risk renal patient under 18 years, and those over 60 years by offering 8 free dialysis sessions monthly. This has alleviated the financial burden on Rosemary and her mother. However, in 2 years, when Rosemary will move out of the vulnerable categories, this support will no longer be available and bring back the financial burden.
Sometimes I feel like not going closer to where people are because all of them there are not in my condition. So I look at myself that what am I going to do there? I just see myself how I am and look at them. Is someone suffering from what I'm going before I go there? So I don't like going closer to people.
Her dream of becoming a doctor has been overshadowed by the harsh reality of her present, the constant worry of finding funds for treatment, and the fear of death always heavily on her young shoulders.
I want to be a doctor in the future, but sometimes I think maybe that future will not come true because of the condition I am in today and because I don't always come to school. So I think maybe I cannot succeed to be what I want to be in future.
Interacting with her, you see that she is, number one, very assertive, very bold, and as I earlier said, she's academically minded. She wants to do it. She wants to progress. She doesn't want to miss anything. So if her health condition were not crippling her, she could have shot up to the top in no time. So if she gets support for this kind of thing that is disturbing her, she would have a peace of mind, and it would help her to go very, very, very far.
Kidney transplant is often the preferred long-term treatment option. Transplant may offer the possibility of restoring kidney function and improving quality of life compared to ongoing dialysis. Unfortunately, Rosemary and her mother have been pushed to the very edge of society. To even afford 1 square meal a day is a luxury, let alone afford to foot for a transplant. But they remain hopeful in the face of adversity.
I can say, oh, tell me about me, man, what to this or my transplant. Man, it's your more transplant, and home better. Na machine with Osha, on to me that so sa copem tema, baby, over to me a frame.
For now, I need help for transplant because I would not like to be on dialysis for the rest of my life. In this situation too, it's not that being on the dialysis will help the kidney to get quicker and less transplant. So I'm pleading with people to help me to do transplant. My mother cannot afford that money, my father cannot. Family members alone too can also not afford. So I'm pleading with everybody to help me to do transplant and stop dialysis.
Nti oko machine no so no na enkoro omo wo so no omo do so wo so pa na sese aka ono nko an.
I hear that someone on dialysis and that, I ask myself, so will I also die?
Manuel Givenu's report for Joy News.
And they say we want to make
And I mean, if you felt the way we felt listening to that, then you know that we can't allow this young girl's life to be forfeit. So here's what we can do about it. This is something we can do something about. This is a problem we can solve. Let's solve it. Please, let's give. She needs $25,000 to survive. Let's come together and save her life. I mean, I think as a society we've wasted more than $25,000 on a lot of things that yielded no fruit as valuable as a human life. So let's see what we can do for Rosemary, and let's do it together, please. If this is the one good deed you're going to do this year, let it be this. Please give to the extent of your generosity via MTN Momo to 059 303 8842. The name that comes up on the account is Joy Fantastic 4. Okay, it's an MTN Momo number for Joy Fantastic 4, and the number is 059 303 8842. 242. Let's show our humanity today for young Rosemary. Or you can donate to the account at UBA Airport Branch. UBA Airport Branch. And here's the account number: 2514278803 Okay, 2514278803 Let's show our humanity. Let's save Rosemary. We'll be back after these.
Dr. Baumian once said,
"We are building a new harbor in Cape Coast and a new airport in Cape Coast."
In 2020, we will promise an airport and a harbor. Fast forward to today, absolutely nothing. Show working. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
As a business owner, staying connected with your customers is crucial, but it's not always easy. What if there was a way to reach thousands of potential customers instantly? Introducing bulk WhatsApp messaging by WhatsApp Wholesale, the game-changing communication tool for businesses in Ghana. WhatsApp Wholesale empowers you to send personalized messages to thousands of people at the click of a button. From promotions to customer engagement, WhatsApp Wholesale helps you maintain meaningful connections and drive more sales. Log on to eloquentdigital.ai and start your free trial today. Call or WhatsApp +233 539 204445.
WhatsApp Wholesale is a bulk WhatsApp messaging platform which allows you to send information to thousands at just a click. Start your free trial today.
From the comforting hugs and reconnecting moments to the thoughtful eulogies, funerals, whether big or small, must be dignifying. And that's what Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium was set up for. From our state-of-the-art facilities for preserving remains, through our 450-seater chapel to our meticulously managed cemetery, we've got these and everything else you might need in one place. So if sending a loved one off in a dignified manner matters to you, reach out to Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium immediately you lose a loved one. Call us on 050-953-2409 or visit us lashibifuneralhomes.com. Lashibi Funeral Homes and Crematorium. Dignity for the deceased, comfort for the bereaved.
Apo. Jimmy Braggart, ask for you.
I am Jimmy Braggart, aka Yesi. Auntie Mercy, I have just got the feeler that the Electoral Commission is able to print some ballot papers secretly that they can stuff in ballot boxes on election day to favor a particular candidate.
Hey, Yesi. You and your wild feelings.
This one is true. I am sure if Mr. EC is here, he will confirm it.
Mr. EC is here, and I say it's a big lie. Ghana is one of the few countries whose Electoral Commission prints ballot papers within the country.
Oh, did I not say it?
To ensure fairness, transparency, and accountability, political party representatives, the police service, as well as the National Intelligence Bureau all observe the printing and packing of the ballot papers. All ballot papers have official serial numbers, which means that any ballot paper you see on election day that do not have these official serial numbers are fake.
Yesi, are you listening?
The party agents and all other observers maintain 24-hour observation of the process by either not sleeping at all or changing personnel as the case may be. Immediately after printing and before packing, the political parties record serial numbers of all ballot papers allocated to each region, district, constituencies, and polling stations. When the ballot papers are being dispatched to the regional police armory, the party agents and other observers follow the security vans. Each stage is closely monitored by the political party agents and all other stakeholders.
Yesi, aka Jimmy Braggart. You get it? You must trust the process.
This is part of the process towards conducting a free, fair, and transparent election by the Electoral Commission.
Now we know the truth. We won't fall for the lies anymore.
Electoral Commission of Ghana. Transparency and accountability in motion.
Your vote is your future.
Do you
want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town. Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
There are ways to get there if you care enough.
Super Morning Show on Joy, and today we're saving Rosemary's life. She's a girl who has been on dialysis from age 13, and doctors believe that without a kidney transplant she will not make it. Well, luckily she has a donor, her mother. Luckily we have a hospital that can do the surgery, and that's UGAMC. What she doesn't have is $25,000, which is what the surgery will cost. But it will save her life. So we've decided to step in, all of us, together as a community to save her life. And we've shared the details, and I'll do that one more time. You can either donate via Momo or by paying directly into the bank account. Now here's the Momo number, 059 303 8842. That's 059 303 8842. And the name on it will be Joy Fantastic 4. But some of you might see Daniel Boyfew as the name on the account. That's the person who registered the SIM card for us. He's a head of treasury. So it'll either say Daniel Boyfew or it'll say Joy Fantastic 4. Either way, that's the right account, and you can go ahead and make your donation. Also, you could pay into UBA Airport Branch. The account number 2514278803 Again, 2514278803
Now, do you want to study in areas like business, law, engineering, computing, arts, health, and other areas in the UK? Then meet Charles Maggie from Birmingham City University in the United Kingdom and Astolinks International Ghana. This is happening on this Thursday, here in Accra, the Marriott Hotel from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Why attend this seminar? That's the question I'm sure is on your mind. You're going to get on the spot admissions right there, no long writings, so bring your document. Scholarship opportunities, receive guidance on your application process, network with the BCU representatives, get personalized advice on admissions and visa process. Masters by research study opportunities are also available when you come to this seminar. You'll get the opportunity to apply for post-study work permit after studies. Students are to come with their certificates and relevant transcripts. Note, certificates and relevant transcripts. Parents and sponsors are also encouraged to join the awards at the seminar. For further information, contact Astolinks International Office, 4A Pawpaw Street, East Legon, Accra. Number that you should be reaching them on now is 0509 585 617. Send them an email, info@astrolinks.net. Website astrolinks.net.
All right. Now, the Pledge Against Corruption PAC campaign, which is a GACC GII ASEP initiative, with funding support from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office (FCDO), is hosting a public forum on anti-corruption and governance commitments of political parties ahead of the 2024 elections. The forum will bring together key representatives from political parties, academia, government, civil society, and development partners. The aim is to ensure anti-corruption reform and transparency at the forefront of the political agenda as we head towards the elections. So join them on Thursday, November 14th, that's the day after tomorrow, at the Movenpick Ambassador Hotel in Accra from 9:30 a.m. Come and witness this important conversation about shaping a corruption-free Ghana for all. Don't miss out on this crucial step towards promoting transparency and accountability in Ghana. Okay then, listen, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out a lot more about the person who will be speaking at this year's Kuruntini Akwemu lectures. All right, stay for that. We're back after these.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
They said it couldn't be done. They said it was a dream, but the NPP delivered free SHS. Over the last 7 years, over 5 million students have benefited from free education. The program has significantly increased enrollment and provided access to education for many who might not have had the opportunity.
Before, my family couldn't afford it. Now I'm learning a trade under Civic, and I'm looking forward to a brighter future.
Free SHS gave me the chance to go to senior high school. I'm studying science and dreaming of becoming a doctor.
Free SHS, investing in Ghana's future, one student at a time. Let's protect the future of our young people by voting number 1 on December 7. Vote for Baumia. Vote number 1.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollments and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
This is James. Leave a message.
James, the game's about to start and everybody's here. Salah's got the meat going, Erling's got the cold ones, Saka's chilling. Where are you, man?
All your best football friends are waiting for you to join them for the Premier League. From 10 August to 10 November, you can get GoTV Super Plus now for the discounted price of 265 CDs to enjoy all 380 games of the Premier League live. Don't wait. Upgrade today. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
Ago Omambapa, the time to exercise your civic duty is here again. This year, we the good people of Ghana have another opportunity to elect our leaders on December 7. This is a very important national exercise and you have the civic duty to make that decision for Ghana. Don't be indifferent because your vote counts. Vote on issues. Don't sell your vote. Reject violent candidates and expose acts that undermine the integrity of the elections. Don't attempt to snatch a ballot box or deface political party posters. The law will deal with you. December 7, 2024 is election day. Pick up your voter's ID card. Get to your polling station. Follow the voting process. Make that bold decision for Ghana. Vote peacefully. Ghana must win. Vote on December 7. It's your civic duty.
Civic duty required of you as a Ghanaian. So get involved and vote.
A message from the National Commission for Civic Education, NCCE.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
This pattern.
You're welcome back. It's 8:41 on the Super Morning Show, and we've got conversation ahead of us. Now, the Krontini Akwemu lecture is due. In fact, this year's lecture, we've been looking forward very much to it, and we get the opportunity now to learn a little bit about those we'll be hearing from this year. Now, let's say good morning, first of all, to our friend from CDD, a friend of the show. Always welcome here, Dr. Kojo Pumpuni Asante. He's the Director of Policy Engagement and Partnerships at CDD Ghana. Doc, what a pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
And you've brought company.
Yes.
Yes.
Good company.
Indeed. Emeritus Professor Jeffrey Haynes. Now, for those of you who keep hearing emeritus and wondering what it means, I mean, it just means that the guy has learned to the end of learning.
The end of history.
Indeed. Emeritus Professor Jeffrey Haynes is from the School of Social Sciences in London, Metropolitan University in the United Kingdom. Professor Jeffrey Haynes, what a pleasure to meet you. Good morning.
Good morning, Kojo. Very nice to be here, and good to be in Ghana again.
Indeed, yes. I just found out that in the past 2 years, Prof has been here at least 8 times, and they let him in each time, so he must be good people. Now, the 19th Krontini Akwemu lecture is under the theme Religion and Liberal Democracy in the Fourth Republic. It's happening, in fact, today at the British Council Auditorium from 5:30, and we want to learn a bit about it, so it's good that we've got both of you here. Dr. Asante, first of all, Krontini Akwemu, maybe you'll give us a bit of background,
Sure.
For those who've been under a rock.
So, Krontini Akwemu is CDD's flagship democracy and governance lecture. And I think we instituted it, it's 19 years now that we've been doing this every year, to provide a platform for practitioners and scholars, who have a reflection through their lives and their work, to be able to reflect on that journey, trying to deal with themes around democracy and governance and inclusive development. It's featured. You can think of so many different statesmen in Ghana. Dr. Farijan was there. We've had Kofi Annan in the past, economists, people from different, and then also international scholars like Professor Hayes, who have been working on African democratization and development issues, so that they can share that reflection with us. So really proud, and Kronti is our sort of Ghanaian expression of Sanedin Krasimbo, Krontini Akwemu, which represents, the best way to represent democracy, because it talks about the interdependence of systems and places. So it's the best way to represent checks and balances in our, and that's why we picked it. So we're really excited about this year's topic,
Mm-hmm.
religion and politics. As you can see, this is election year, and the prophecies about who will win and who will lose, and all the. But the prophecies is part of it, but it's also a certain recognition of ongoing debates about what should be the role of the church in politics and state affairs and so on. There's theology that is emerging that says, or I don't know whether they call it dominion theology, but you are, as a Christian, you have been entrusted with everything, and that includes being able to participate in state affairs and direct it in a Christian way. So how does that clash with the secularity of the state? And how are we have experienced all of this, and where are we going? Because so I think there's I'm really looking forward to Prof because he's quite a seasoned. This is his subject,
right?
Religion and politics. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah.
In fact, before we hear from Professor Haynes, let's talk about him as if he's not here. Tell us what exactly it was that made you choose Prof. Haynes, and what you're hoping will come out strongly from his presentation this afternoon.
Yeah, so I think the theme for us as a think tank that is dedicated to promoting democracy and good governance, there are all these contestations within democracy. How do citizens, be able to participate meaningfully and effectively within, as I said, within the secular state, which is at the same time very religious, because even though the state is secular, the reality of it is that the individuals who are leading the state and so on also are very religious and spiritual, and those parts and characteristics play out very clearly in the way we do our things. So where do you find the balance in a way that still gives fidelity to democratic ethos and values and so on? So I think for me this is really just a start of the conversation, because I can see us that this is still evolving, as Ghanaians, how are we going to live in this space where the church is making this very clear position that we are no more standing on the sidelines and leaving the business of governing to other people. We want to be involved, but what should be the rules of the game to make sure that the objective of still providing a democratic state that is inclusive for all, that respects everybody's rights, is achieved.
Now, Professor Haynes, to those of us in this society, we are of the impression that the prominence of religion in our daily activity is a unique thing to us. That in other parts of the world, religion tends to be separated from practical considerations. People would not involve religion as much in development conversations as we do here. Are we right, or is it more of a global phenomenon?
That's a good question. I think, let me just start by saying that when I was first here in Ghana in the mid-80s, I was researching for a PhD on J.J. Rawlings and the PNDC. And then religion seemed to have virtually no public role. I mean, there was churches and there was other faiths, but there was no sustained and focused political involvement at the time. Partly it was to do with the era of military rule. Coming back to Ghana after a long time out of Ghana, I was struck immediately, like most observers are, I think, by the religiosity of society, but in a way which, for me, is not unique, really. I mean, it's quite a common occurrence within Africa. It's also very common in the United States, for example. So I think this kind of what you might call the resurgence of religion, or a re-emergence of religion publicly, is a global phenomenon. Every country is different. Ghana is unique, as you say. But as Dr. Asante mentioned, what's caught my attention, I came back 2 years ago to promote my book on J.J. Rawlings called Revolution and Democracy in Ghana, The Politics of Jerry John Rawlings, which will be published this week by Digibooks of Tema.
Congratulations.
Book launch next week.
Nice.
I was struck immediately by how much public prominence religion had here in a political sense. No longer did religion sort of apologetically stick to the sidelines and be rather hesitant about commenting on public issues, corruption, integrity, democracy, and so on. But now it's central. And I think what has changed a lot, and what, once again, doesn't make Ghana unique, is the way that those in power now consistently listen to religious figures when they make public pronouncements about issues of national concern. The context, of course, is Ghana's 30 years of democracy. Let me say proud 30 years of democracy, almost unique in Africa, which I think is a unique characteristic of Ghana and a very welcome one, I think. But the issue for me is you have a clearly secular constitution. But as Dr. Asante said, it doesn't mean that religion is out of public politics or out of the public realm. But where does the line come? Where should the line be drawn? Should there be a formal role for religious figures? Should there be institutions connected to religion which have a role in the state consistently? Where does the dividing line come, if there is a dividing line? And of course, Ghana is a country of religious pluralism. Ghana is a country where 71.3% of people are Christian, which implies that nearly 30% of people are not. And so there is, for me, a very clear concern that a kind of a religionization or a Christianization of society in Ghana is going to be, by its very nature, exclusionary of other members of society. And this, for me, is the key issue here. How does the balance work between the public role of religiosity and the nature of a secular state?
Now, as its prominence grows, religion remains a rather loosely regulated area of life. That has a potential risk for such an influential part of our lives to be operating with very little checks and balances.
One of the key issues for the Rawlings regime in the 80s was trying to regulate religion. And one of the key reasons why religion emerged as a public actor then was it didn't want to be regulated. So my own personal view is that the state has no real role to regulate religion, because this means control, and this means that the state has the say what's a real religion, what's a bogus religion, who should we support, who should we deny that support for. On the other hand, I'm well aware that there are, I wouldn't like to say how many one-man churches in Ghana which sometimes emerge as problematic. I know that some of the mainline churches would like to see some regulation, but at the same time they're concerned about control of the state. So I think it's a big issue, and I think that the state's role would need to be thought through very carefully, and who would be the people who would make decisions about the appropriateness or not of a religion in Ghana. And that for me is an almost that's a hurdle which would be very difficult to jump.
I mean, Dr. Asante, we've seen the state come up against religion on certain occasions. Like I remember clearly during COVID,
or even taxation,
right? That's a big one, which continues. But I remember during COVID when there were these restrictions, and some churches decided that they would live above, and they were quite sharply brought into check by the police, and we've seen prophecies landing people in jail and so forth. Is there again, is this something for us to keep an eye on as we progress? Is there the potential for some clashes between what people consider to be a completely spiritual decision-making process, and the giving unto Caesar? This is something we should be keeping an eye on.
I think what is clear for me is that the state has responsibilities in terms of the protection of rights and the promotion of rights, so that any kind of religious activity or any kind of activity that tends to abuse people's rights and privileges and other kinds of, it's something that cannot be allowed to happen. So for me, it's not about defining what which religion one person or the other has to, but that where that it's clearly abusive, or that the state has to step in, because those are the core responsibility in a democracy for the state. And and besides that, all those individuals, whether you're a religious person or whatever, you cannot be say that you're above the law.
Of course, yeah.
So those are where the tensions happen, that you try to rationalize why you should be treated differently from the responsibilities that other people, particularly when you are performing a public role. Why should you not be constrained in terms of the effects that you can have on people? If you are out there claiming all kinds of things, and people actually take you on that, and go and do things that are harmful to, that the state has to step in. So I think it's people understanding that there's a balance to those rights and responsibilities. You have freedom of religion, and you can profess whoever it is that you consider to be a higher power and all of that, but it does not give you the license to interfere with other people's rights or abuse other people's or violate them, and those are where I think some of the tensions we have to address. So, but the point is that there is law and there's power. If I have enough influence on the person that has to make the decision about whether or not I have violated the law, the person might let it pass. But then you create a society where people feel that some people are above the law, and they feel that they are not in this society, they are maybe second-class citizens, and that then creates, it can destabilize a community, a state. So there are consequences to some of this power. Religious people hold huge power. You saw the Afrobarometer, trust ratings, and all the non-state actors, particular religious leaders, are considered to be very trustworthy. So that's enormous power. How are you going to handle that kind of a power to still maintain this democratic state in which you can profess your religious freedom and protect it?
You know what? I wish we had more time, because the conversation is just getting interesting. I'm thinking of 100 different things. But you know what? I'll give the last 30 seconds to Prof. Haynes to tell us what are the outcomes you're expecting by the end of this afternoon's lecture.
Well, I hope I cause some interest from people in the audience. I hope to an extent cause some controversy, and I hope to enable some talking points. And as Dr. Santi said, these are important issues which need to be talked about beyond the election and into the next government phase. So I look forward to being part of that conversation.
Absolutely, and that conversation happens today at 5:30 p.m. at the British Council Auditorium right here in Ridge, Accra. You're very welcome to join. Krontini Akwemu is always a fascinating encounter. Why shouldn't you be a part of it this year? I'll see you there, hopefully.
And Kujo, we also have a Most Reverend Asamoah, who was just installed as the new presiding bishop of the Methodist Church.
That's right.
Who is chairing.
Yeah.
So, and he's written quite a lot about this as well. So, really looking forward to his own views about these matters.
I'm a Methodist, so that's my presiding bishop.
Okay.
He's also a good friend of the.
He's also a great he's a good friend of the show. But yes, we don't want to echo it too much, because I think I owe him tithes. Okay, all right, listen, we'll see you there at the 19th Krontina Kwemu lecture at British Council Auditorium, Ridge in Accra, 5:30 this afternoon. Professor Jeffrey Haynes, Dr. Kujo Asante, what a pleasure to see you both today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right, stay with us. There's more after these.
Dr. Baumian once said,
Teachers are suffering. Teacher trainees are suffering. Nurses are suffering. And nursing trainees are suffering. Patients are suffering. Students are suffering. Traders are suffering. Pensioners are suffering. Drivers are suffering. Contractors are suffering. Civil servants are suffering. And farmers are suffering. Fishermen are suffering. And industries are suffering. Artisans are suffering and Kayaye are suffering. The disabled are suffering and men are suffering. Women are suffering and children and Ghanaians as a whole are suffering.
Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Daddy, I feel I'm Della
Papa, you can't survive a day without me. Oh, don't worry, it is on fire. Della, what's the problem? I've run out of gas, and today I don't have money. I have only 40 cedis on me.
Oh, ma. Who said you need a lot of money to buy gas? You can refill any amount per your pocket. Even sell 20 cedis.
Are you sure?
Ma, it's true.
Okay, hurry up. Go and fill 40 cedis for me right now.
Oh, ma.
My friend, go and fill it before the network in my Okru cuts.
Oh, yes. Protect indigenous Ghanaian businesses, save over 10,000 local Ghanaian jobs, and salvage more than $400 million local investments by refilling your gas cylinders at your nearest gas station nationwide. LPG Refilling, your affordable, pocket-friendly, and transparent choice.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive. Yeah. Shall wash away all.
Get ready, Ghana! It's time to celebrate 20 incredible years of Eco Luxury at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort in November. Join us this November for an unforgettable customer event and the ultimate relaxation experience in paradise. We're making this milestone with exclusive tours, luxury stays, and events that highlight our commitment to sustainability and you, our amazing guests. Come be part of the magic and book your experience today at Lumoon Eco Luxury Resort, where nature meets luxury. Call us now on 0264-241-549 now. Le Moon Eco Luxury Resort. 2 decades of service excellence. One exceptional resort.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Are you ready for the dance party of a lifetime? The Rotary Club of Accra Airport, Rotary Club of Accra Premier International, Joy 99.7 FM, and the Gold Coast Restaurant bring you Pop Chain 2024, a special dance party to raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening. Come dance to the live music of the Lipstick Queens, the renowned old ladies band, as they give you a party like no other, whilst we raise funds for breast cancer awareness and screening to allow early detection in our communities. The Pop Chain 2024 will take place on Saturday, the 16th of November 2024 at the Gold Coast Restaurant behind the police headquarters. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and the party kicks off at 7 p.m. Tickets are selling at 200 Ghana cedis and are available at the front desk of Joy 99.7 FM and Gold Coast Restaurant. For your ticket reservations, call or WhatsApp 0244-663968. Go grab your tickets fast. To support this worthy cause and initiative, you can send donations via our mobile money platform by dialing *714*003*3# and follow the prompts. Pop Chain 2024 with the Lipstick Queens is here. See you there.
This girl is on fire.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
minutes past the hour of 9 here on the Super Morning Show. And coming up is a very important conversation. It's about Africa's financial powerhouse. And I'll be telling you more about that pretty soon, because they've joined forces to launch the largest non-banking financial services company in Africa. And you know that, right? Many people, if the last time I had a conversation with Suncam Alliance, I told you about that history, about perhaps the biggest forces coming together to form what should be, in your mind and to every reasonable person in this country, that biggest and the largest non-banking financial services company in Africa. And of course, this is coming from Suncam and the global insurance giant Alliance coming together. Now, the two powerful brands have combined over 200 years of experience in Africa, and the expertise is not only in technology and finance, also in resources to serve the Ghanaian people. And today, with a lot of excitement in my voice, as you can already sense, we have the CEO and Managing Director of Suncam Alliance General Insurance Ghana, Mabel Publi. Mabel, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
I hope you are doing well today.
Oh, yeah. I am blessed very well. Yourself?
If you are blessed, who are we to complain? Yes. Let's start right from... We know you have rebranded to Suncam Alliance, right?
Yes, we have.
Can you share some insights on the Suncam Alliance and why the joint venture? And the question related to this is whether it affects the general business too, or just life.
Oh, okay. Thank you once again, and good morning to your listeners. I think it's about 4 months ago, sometime July 26th, in Ghana, we rebranded as Suncam Alliance. And this was as a result of two significant large brands, Suncam, which was an African giant in itself, and Alliance, which is a global giant as well. And these two had been working on the continent for a while. They each had their own good strides in the market, but evaluating their work and looking at the level of insurance on the African continent, they thought they could do something that can impact more lives. And so they decided that instead of having two relatively smaller businesses in Africa, why don't you combine the two? Double resources, double people, double expertise, 238 years of experience and know-how, and rather impacts life. And so as a result of that, the Ghana businesses, there was Alliance in Ghana, there was Suncam in Ghana, the two came together, and our new name is Suncam Alliance.
That's powerful.
Absolutely powerful.
I'm sure then it will be the perfect time to ask you, is it just affecting the general business too, or just life?
No, both.
Oh,
so both Suncam and Alliance had general insurance and life insurance businesses in Ghana. And so as a result of the merger, the two had to rebrand to Suncam Alliance General Insurance Ghana and Suncam Alliance Life Insurance Ghana. As you know, in Ghana, you need two separate licenses to run life and general businesses. So it's affected both of us.
Now, I mean, I'm sure this is already shaking up the insurance industry, but what should they expect to see from Suncam Alliance?
Okay, so the purpose of Suncam Alliance is to empower generations to live confidently, secure, and be prosperous. And if you take the Ghanaian market, and not just Ghana, but totally Africa, insurance penetration is very low. In Ghana, it's under 2%, coverage is 40%. And so as a strong brand, as a strong business, the biggest in Africa, what are we looking to do with insurance and the insurance market in Ghana? We want to change how insurance is used. We want to change how people understand insurance. And why is insurance penetration so low? It's also because people actually haven't come to appreciate insurance as a part of financial planning. So you plan your life on a monthly basis. You plan your electricity bill. You plan your water bill, school fees. Somehow, insurance doesn't feature on that list.
Even though making room for eventualities
Absolutely.
should be part of the thinking.
Because that electricity bill, light bill, when you're not there, it should still be paid for your family.
True.
And that's where insurance comes in. So our objective is to ensure or make sure that insurance is used differently than it's always been. And we're hoping to do this from a giving solutions that are also convenient. You know, the customer has become extremely sophisticated lately. So how do we still bring that solution conveniently, accessible, but most importantly, emotionally attached to the customer? And that's what we are seeking to achieve.
Beyond rebranding, name and everything, what exactly will change?
A lot. So like you said, the face of the business has changed. We are now Suncam Alliance. So when you go out, you see that we've rebranded our branches, our agency offices to Suncam Alliance. But the critical part is what is in what we are going to do. Client centricity is taking a center stage in what we do. We believe that it's not about sitting in your offices and developing products and putting insurance if we want to change the face of insurance in Ghana. So we are looking at very innovative products, and we've done some research sometime last year that's told us what the customer is looking for, different segments. Now, how do we take those with our experience, our expertise, through we say over 200 years, so we know something. How do we turn this around and make it a solution for the customer such that it is what they're looking for? It's not what we think they're looking for. So a lot is going to change. Our servicing is changing. The solutions will change. Even the conduct of our people will change because we've made people a critical part of this process as well.
Okay, now, of course, you have talked about the extensive experience, and I'm happy you mentioned products. You certainly should have some on offer to many Ghanaians, right? Let's talk about 2 or 3 of such products.
Okay. So I told you about innovation. I told you about doing or delivering solutions that people say they need. So one of the things that our research has told us is that people would like to pay insurance or buy solutions that are convenient. When you take motor insurance, it's legislation. Everybody must have auto cover for their vehicle. Yet it's not everybody who can afford to pay it upfront. And especially when you go lower down the pyramid. So, and the NIC's objective together with the insurance industry is to improve penetration. So how do you do this? It's about bringing the product to people to make it easier for them to buy. So we partnered with IO. I'm sure you know IO. IO is an intermediary with MTN. And we've developed this product that is like pay and drive. You can buy insurance cover for as low as 7 days. And that's because we want to make it affordable. Yes, you don't have the full amount to pay, but you can pay 7 days today. The next week, you will earn enough money. You can pay another 10 days. The following week, when you have more money, you can pay until you cover yourself. So at no point should your car, weekly, at no point should your car not be covered. And the critical thing is that it is about financial planning. So if your car is covered for 7 days, you're still covered. And when something happens, you don't take it out of pocket. Insurance and Suncam Alliance comes to support you to pay for whatever the mishap costs, let me put it that way.
That sounds very fantastic.
Yeah.
Would you want to let us in on another product?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So again, if you look at this economy is literally, held by SMEs. They say that 60% to 70% of our GDP actually comes from SMEs. But that's where you don't find insurance being used as much. Corporate big businesses will use insurance, but not SMEs. And that's because there's been an aversion for the risk associated with that market. Well, Suncam Alliance is here with experience. We've developed a product that says we need to protect the capital and livelihoods of the people that hold our economy. And that's by giving them a product that covers their businesses. So if something happens tomorrow, your business and capital does not just dissipate. If there's a flood, if there's a fire, it doesn't dissipate. You have a cover, and it covers quite a bit. It covers fire, flood, liability. It covers theft. It covers. So we've just done like a pre-underwritten product. So it's already done. No laborious paperwork because we've done all the back-end work. And all you have to do is just say what cover you want, and that's it. Your capital is protected, your livelihood is protected, families are protected from that small business having an insurance cover. for the day that, then it has life as well. So it's a combo. So the day that something happens, your business still lives. Your children will still go to school.
Well, I'm thinking about all the people who could be saved and that the very circumstances they find themselves if they are planned properly and had some of these products in place for them. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. There's always been the perception that insurers do not pay claims. In fact, let's drill down to what you do. Do you pay, or will you pay? Are you different from what people complain about consistently? The lack of payment, non-payment, or inertia in payment.
It's interesting. I mean, and you're right. There's that whole perception. I'm glad you said it's a perception. Because insurance really pay claims.
Okay.
If you check with the NIC, we pay something like 4 million cedis on a daily basis.
Okay.
So we do pay. But we pay legitimate claims.
Oh, okay.
And so when it comes to Suncam Alliance, I think what we are known for is the fact that we pay claims. Every policy we sell for us is that we sold a claim, a legitimate claim. The challenge with when that perception is that insurance is a contract. And I will do X, you do Y. Most of the time, people don't even read the document that we give them. So, for instance, I'll give you an example. A typical motor policy has an excess of 10%. An excess of 10% means that when there's something happens, you will pay 10%, I pay the 90%. But most people don't even read it. So when the accident happens, they're expecting 100%.
Okay.
And so it starts to look like, insurers don't like to pay claims. And so one of the things that Suncam Alliance is doing in changing the face or that perception is that as we are selling or as we're giving a solution, we tell you the claim process right from the onset. It reduces, the back and forth, number one. It also takes away the misunderstanding that happens at claim points. But when it comes to claims, we do pay claims. Yes, to be fair, there will be some negative experiences, and that's normal in any business. But on the whole, we do pay claims. And if you take, for instance, Suncam Alliance, we pay some claims on same day. Up to 5,000 cedis of claims are paid same day.
Same day.
Same day.
Oh, well, I'm sure that's very interesting.
Yeah.
That's something that many people, of course, not only is the payment sometimes a problem for some people, the period to which it is also paid is also an issue that they complain about. Now, how can the public get more information about this exciting news now that you've really increased the appetite of the people for what sets you apart and how refreshing this news is? How can we get in touch, get more information, and get to be part of this and get to sign on to these products?
Okay, so it's very easy to get to us. You can get to us via phone, and when we're talking about the phone, it's 0302 226 942, or on WhatsApp. You can get us on 050. Today everybody uses WhatsApp, so it's easy. You send a hello or hi, and somebody will reach out to support you. So it's 050 160 1810. And I spoke about the pay and drive. About it. It's just a short code, and the short code is *928 *102 hash *928 *102 hash. And of course, we have presence on all the social media channels. It's just Suncam Alliance Ghana across all social, so Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We have presence there as well.
So wrapping up this conversation, I just want final words from you. I mean, about everything that's consistently exciting about what Suncam Alliance is putting on the table, including the fact that you don't joke with the claim payment. Can get one. Is it was
same day? It's 5,000 cedis.
Brilliant.
And less.
So, yes, final words.
Good. So, like I said, this is the African giant. So we do things very differently.
Okay.
We believe that we want to empower generations to be financially confident, to live a secure life, and to be prosperous. And we're doing this not just for our existing customers, but even for new customers. For our existing customers, yes, the business and the brand has changed, but not much is going to change in terms of the way we've done business and see it's as seamless as possible. If anything is going to happen, it's going to be better. Convenience, solutions that you're looking for. Client centricity, being there and with you in your business, and that's what we are looking for. If you don't remember anything, our tagline says, live with confidence. And that's what we want to leave with the Ghanaian. Just go to sleep because Suncam Alliance has your back and you can live in confidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mabel Publi, CEO and Managing Director of Suncam Alliance General Insurance Ghana. Many thanks to you, Mabel, for joining us on the Super Morning Show this morning. It's 21 past the hour of 9, and that's a lot more coming your way this morning. Great interviews, engagements that you would love. But all after these messages.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to your favorite quiz program. What do we know? I'm your favorite quiz master, Mr. Johnson, and today I have with me Ojam Sasraku. Next, Kweku Eduji, and you,
Kwame Na Regan,
and the lady, of course.
Fozia Momuni.
A round of applause for my contestant, please. Which Ghanaian vice president was investigated by his boss? Yes, Ojam Sasraku.
Papa no.
That's wrong. And it's a bonus question for Fozia Momoni.
John Mahama.
That's correct for 1 point. Mahama was being investigated by President Atamels, who then died suddenly. Why was Mahama being investigated?
Airbus corruption scandal.
Correct. What was Airbus corruption scandal about? Yes, Kokwedoji.
It involved bribery in the purchase of aircraft for the Ghana government.
That's also correct. Which African president took a Ford expedition as bribe from a contractor in Burkina Faso? Yes, Kokwedoji.
John Mahama.
That's also correct. Which African president allocated all of his country's bauxite to his brother?
John Mahama.
That's also correct. Of all the 13 candidates on the ballot paper, who is the most corrupt?
John Mahama.
So, who will you vote for on December 7th?
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Why?
Because Dr. Bawumia is not corrupt.
On December 7th, let's vote number 1. Let's vote for Dr. Bawumia. Estroho.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
It's Heaven on Earth conference season and the glory is about to fall. Join us for our annual word and worship conference dubbed Heaven on Earth. Come be inspired and refreshed with dynamic, life-changing messages from our host and global lead pastor Gideon Danso and mighty men of God such as Pastor Bradley Knight, Pastor Pojo Yemade, Pastor Keon Henderson, Pastor Paul Doherty, and Pastor Travis Green. Leading worship will be the sound of our house, EWC Live. Sessions are from 6 p.m. each night, from Wednesday through to Friday, and we crown it all on the 24th with Conference Sunday at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. in the morning, our worship night at 6 p.m. Location is the EWC Prayer Fact, Jowolu, next to the Allied Heights, and it's absolutely free. There'll be free buses as well at key vantage points. For more information, 055-100,002. We can't wait to have you at Heaven on Earth Conference, brought to you by the Empowerment Worship Center, where God lives.
Dr. Bawumia once said in a church,
since 2014 in India, they have a policy to only build concrete roads because it works out much cheaper. So I said, well, let me bring this to my bosses. And we have been discussing this as recently as last week in Parliament. And Bishop Dag, I'll let you into it Cabinet did decide last week that we should move towards concrete roads as a country.
Where are the concrete roads? It was all lies. You trust this man at your own peril. Vote John Dramani Mahama for president. Trustworthy, honest, and reliable. Vote for change. Choose the umbrella. Vote John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
All right then. Now we've still got one big conversation to go, and the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge is about to kick off season 2. This is one of the most impactful, events that has happened through the media in aid of business. And if you have business ideas, this could be the amazing catalyst that will turn things around for you. We'll tell you more about it in a moment. But first, it's that time of the year again. Orca Deco's Black Friday sale is on. This is the biggest store in Ghana, Orca Deco. In terms of size, it is massive, and there's everything in there, and they've given 20 to 60% discounts on everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that means furniture, home decor, and accessories. So whether you're redecorating your home or you just want to grab that statement piece, Orca Deco has you covered. So hurry to Orca Deco today and grab those deals before they're gone. It's your time to give your home the touch you've always longed for. So head to any Orca Deco branch near you this Black Friday and enjoy from 20% to 60% discounts off everything. You can find Orca Deco off the Spintex Road in Accra and in Asokwa, Kumasi. Orca Deco.
Now, did you know there are the 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians? When you refill your cylinder with the LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana, you support the growth of indigenous businesses and create more jobs. Currently, they are creating like 10,000 jobs. But that's not the only reason for you to choose us. Our LPG distribution system offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket friendly. As MFR the T will say, even if you have only 20, 30, 40, you don't have to have disruption in the OCO network system. It will still be in place. Are you worried about being cheated? Whether you can watch feely as your cylinder gets filled. Indeed, if you have trust issues, you can weigh the cylinder before we fill it for you. Then you can actually do the weighing after we fill it for you, so that there's no monkey business being displayed in here. So they have weighing scales, you know that, right? So you can double check the weight of the quantity filled. This is what they call trust and transparency, and you're guaranteed that. Switch to LPG for your car, especially if you drive a taxi. It's more environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem, and you can go green with LPG and make a massive difference in this environment. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. You refill your LPG cylinder at your nearest gas station now, or in the nearest future if you need gas, and help save our forest and the environment. Let's protect Ghana for this and the next generation. This is my generation. The next one is Kodio's generation. LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana is your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
All right, now this year's edition of Krontinia Kwemu Democracy and Good Governance Public Lecture of the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, CDD, promises to be exciting. Get ready for captivating reflections on a very important issue: the intersection of democracy, governance, religious beliefs, and development. This year's public lecture will feature Emeritus Professor Geoffrey Haynes, Professor of Politics at London Metropolitan University in the United Kingdom, as the speaker, and the chairperson is the Very Reverend Professor J.K. Asamoah-Gyedu, presiding bishop of the Methodist Church, Ghana. Now, converging under the theme Religion and Liberal Democracy in the Fourth Republic, don't be left out. Join the lecture on, today, okay, at the British Council Auditorium in Accra from 5:30 p.m. prompt. Come and let's explore how and why religion is consistently politically significant in Ghana and the democratic consequences of this development.
Now, Kojo, we're looking forward to that particular Supreme Court decision today on at what point does it kick in? At what point do you no longer have your seat in Parliament? And whether or not you can still remain independent. We understand that ruling is 5-2, which means that Justice Tanko and Justice Lovelace Johnson dissented. You get the point, right? Yes. So the 7-member panel, 5 of them agreed with Alexander Afenyo-Makin.
Oh, so the ruling is in.
Yes, and 2 disagreed with him. And that is Justice Tanko and Justice Lovelace Johnson. That 7-member panel has returned a verdict. I mean, you want to call it a judgment on the perhaps a thorny issue about at what point can a member of parliament be said to have vacated his or her seat when you file to go independent, or when the tenure, or when you are in the new parliament, or when you're still in that particular parliament. So that was the contentious issue, and
so the Supreme Court has now ruled.
Yes, so we should get some update from our court correspondent on the exact reasoning behind the ruling. Of course, subsequently the courts end up giving us the detailed judgment so that we can peruse and break it down. 5-2 and 5-2. It's been a long time since there were dissenting voices.
Indeed.
So it's interesting anyway. But of course, it doesn't mean that there should always be people dissenting or always people agreeing. It's just that I want to hear the differences. So we'll speak to Kwaku, right?
Yes.
All right. So certainly we should be able to get the detailed reasoning behind this judgment soon. Now, conferencing doesn't have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both resort centered and relaxing. Abandon your conference room for once and go to a place that you can really enjoy yourself. Aqua Safari Resort gives you the best of both worlds and more. Let them take the stress out of the process. Just call them on 0540110190 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
Okay, so with the buy now pay later from Sametro, you can now buy a sleek and trendy smartphone and enjoy the luxury of paying in convenient weekly or monthly installment plans. All you have to do is walk into any of MTN's service centers, choose your favorite from a wide range of mobile phones on offer, and the best part is all phones come with up to 2 gigabytes of free data, which means you can share your pictures, get all the biggest scoops, and be online for the first 6 months after purchase. So go on, share the exciting news with your family and friends, and stay connected on
Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. This means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. This is hassle-free. They will arrange delivery to your homes too and the offices within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and they accept payment via Momo across all the networks available. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
All right, McDan is here, and he might be poised to change your life in the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2. You want to know how? Do nothing. Just stay there. We'll be back after these.
I'm overdosed with music.
Coffee in your
He has come like Kakai. We're so excited. He's a friend of the show. He stops by as often as he can. And today he's here with a purpose. Let's say good morning to the CEO of McDan Group of Companies, Daniel Macaulay. Doc, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
It's great to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Kojo.
Indeed. Now, we're excited particularly because you're about to do something phenomenal again, right? You did it once in season 1 with the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge. This is an opportunity for people to pitch their business ideas, and if they are impressive, you immediately change their lives.
Exactly.
Tell us first of all, before we get into all of this, where did the inspiration come from? What made you decide to embark on this project?
Well, don't forget that I was once a street child.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we've been very consistent. 15 years ago, we've been helping the streets. Where I came from was a very difficult place, and you can hardly survive. So I survived. So what do I give back to my constituents?
That's right. I
Let
like
me-
that. Your street constituents.
Street
I like
constituents,
that. I like
yeah.
that. Okay. Now, listen, you have a very intricate selection process to determine who wins this big $100,000 prize. Talk us through the process.
Well, this season, over 18,000, I think 700 applicants. The selection process went on and on and on and on. Now we are down to the semi-finals. So your business will be vetted, will be selected. You will come face a panel of 4, including myself.
Yeah.
I'm the chief judge. So, I mean, you better come prepared. I mean, not only about the judging, but it's also changing the mindset of people to know that you have to work for something. So, with all these, then the season 13, the episode 13, which is normally the finals, will be live. So when you win, you get the $100,000. But everybody joining the challenge is automatical winner. You win automatically because you get coaching. Even if you cannot make it to the finals, we put you into the incubation, and we teach you, we train you, we process you, we clean your business plan, and put you out there to make money. It's all about changing their mindset, and they're making money.
Yeah. And I know you've ended up investing in businesses, even though they didn't end up winning the grand prize. You've ended up pushing and helping people who have made it through your process. If you just joined us, we're talking to Dr. Daniel Macaulay. He, of course, is the CEO of the McDan Group of Companies, and we're about to kick off season 2 of the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge. It's going to be on Joy Prime Live, and you need to know exactly how you can be a part of this important program. But let me ask you this. Do you target particular businesses? Are there some demographics or some particular industries that you look out for?
Well, not really, but I don't think making money, there's a formula. The only formula in making money is the attitude.
Right.
So you can make money most of the time, businesses that we don't respect, that end up generating more money. I can tell you, we're doing the interest-free loan for women across the country, and we gave a woman just 10,000 for kinky and fry fish to build her kinky and fry fish business. Within 3 months, this woman made 60,000.
Whoa!
I was surprised. Wow. We take little businesses for a joke. And, we need to employ people. I mean, a job creation is number one on my heart. And just this example, see how many people this woman
can employ.
Also, kinky. I mean, doing kinky and fry fish, you have over 10, 15 people in the chain, in the supply chain. So these are some of the things we look at. So you can bring any business. You don't need to be literate. I mean, you don't need to go to school to present something good to the challenge. I mean, till we select you and we'll coach you and run with you.
Fabulous. I love it. Now, of course, the prize is big. $100,000. That's a lot of money. Can make a big difference to someone.
Yeah.
Do you have expectations of how the winner should spend that money? Do you think there are some aspects of their business that they should prioritize the spending on?
Well, you know, the secret of the challenge is really not about the money, the prize money. It's actually the person behind the business.
Yeah.
I say that always. You can give $100,000 or $1 million to somebody who doesn't have the right attitude for business. He'll burn it.
Yeah.
You can give $100,000 to somebody who have the right attitude to do business or to follow our business or to stand in times of need. And the person can turn it into $1 billion for you.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So the judges normally look at the business and the person behind the business.
Yeah. And one of the things you do, and I want you to explain a bit about that, because I think it's perhaps almost as important, if not perhaps more important than even the prize money, is the mentorship and the guidance that people get when they come through your program.
Exactly. I can give you a typical example. Season 1, the one who won, right? There are 2 others in the finalists who are doing better than the one who won.
That's crazy.
Yes, and the one who won is having a solid, perfect business. So we're creating champions. We're providing jobs. We're changing the mindset and the mentality of the youth out there.
Now, how do you identify a success story over time? How do you monitor, the progress and the performance of those who win the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge?
Well, we follow you to your business place. We talk to you, the judges, all aspects, marketing.
Yeah.
Give you whatever tool you need to succeed. So we follow your business. And we also watch you closely, how you carry yourself. Because there was one person in the season 1, a nice gentleman, good business. But when we follow the person, we realize that this is the guy you give $100,000 to. He'll be ahead of his business. But I always teach the young entrepreneur that let your business be ahead of you. Right now, McDan is bigger than me. I'm just a servant in McDan. McDan is not me. My name is Daniel Macaulay. So I can't be ahead of McDan. McDan must be ahead of me. That is where we build good indigenous and conglomerates. But if I am ahead of my business, then there's a problem.
I see what you mean. You're listening to the Super Morning Show. Our guest this morning is Dr. Daniel Macaulay. He is the CEO of the McDan Group of Companies, and he's here telling us all about the very exciting season 2 of the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge. This is a challenge to young business-minded people who have great business ideas. This is an opportunity for one of you to win $100,000 of funding, and to give you that money, you go and turn it into an empire. Now, I have no doubt that this has not been a walk in the park. I'm sure you've had difficult moments. Tell us about some of the challenges of putting together the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge.
Well, when you're dealing with young entrepreneurs, it is difficult. And you have to be patient. And in my time, as always, it's lonely at the top, but you have to build what you have to build. So some of the challenges had to be, moving somebody to understand what you want the person to be.
Yeah.
Some get it, but it's not everybody. I mean, we are not born to be entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this because the country the next generations must be entrepreneurs, so that we carry, we will control our own territory.
Yeah, that's very important. Shaping the future and destiny of the country through this challenge. That's really important. Speaking of the future, I mean, what are the plans? Are you going to expand the challenge in any direction? Or perhaps will we be seeing bigger prize money or maybe more prize winners in the future?
Well, if you look at what we're doing, we have another one called the Youth Connect. It's all about connecting to the youth. I mean, I'm not a selfish person. I don't want to be selfish driving my small Nissan on the street whilst I don't share the little that I am making. So I'm sharing with the youth out there.
Yeah.
And anybody, we really don't give a hand out. We give a hand up. The brand give a hand up. We just don't dash money, but we help you to grow. So you are about seeing bigger things coming with this challenge. We have the Youth Connect, we have the Women in Business, we have the Widow Support. All this is to impact the society around us. We cannot live in isolation, drinking our morning cocoa while somebody eats once a day. We need to share.
Yeah.
It's about us sharing and building them up. I wouldn't be here forever, but I want to leave a mark.
Yeah.
That when I exit, they said this man is not a selfish man. Or McDan we know give us a shoulder. Immediately you stand on my shoulder, you are taller than me.
Precisely. You know, one day I think we will end up coming back to study the impact that initiatives like this, like the Entrepreneurship Challenge, the impact that it has made on our economy.
Yeah.
You know, the jobs it's created, the opportunities it's created, the funding that is put into the system. One day we'll be coming back to study it, I have no doubt. Let's talk about community. Of course, I know that you do these things with the aim of improving communities. So talk about how communities and businesses can all get involved in the Entrepreneurship Challenge.
You know, when we talk about McDan as a brand, the ice water seller on the street is an entrepreneur. The banana seller is an entrepreneur. A woman selling wache by the corner is an entrepreneur. This is what is impacting our economy. And a lot of people don't look at them. And we have taken it upon ourselves. That's why we have segmented the various groups that we are taking care of. Impact is what we stand for. If you look at a place like where we have built the AstroTurf, Teshin, Adan, and many other places we have built the AstroTurf, it is not about the AstroTurf. It's about women and young men who come around the park to do business.
Yeah.
That is what we are talking about. But this country is about to see bigger things.
Wow, I can't wait. Dr. Macaulay, before you leave us, I know that season 1 yielded several success stories. Maybe you can share one with us before you go?
Yeah, I mean, the season 1, we have 2 of them who are now making almost $1 million annually.
Wow.
We are still watching them. Some of them are grow their business beyond the shores of Ghana. Yes. Some of them in the season 1, I am about to introduce them to the Continental Free Trade to be doing business under the Free Trade Protocol. So after had come handy to train these young entrepreneurs to move them to the continent. And that is what we're doing. We need to find market for them. We need to give them exposure to know that Ghana is just a small market. You can get a bigger market just beyond Ghana. So that is exactly what we're doing.
This is an image I want to leave in your minds, okay? That the man we're speaking to today
just through one initiative, has created 2 Ghanaian millionaires. Just like that. 2 Ghanaian millionaires. Right? From the mind of one person. We need to start thinking about what is possible now, so that when we are looking at the track records of those who want to lead us, and we are not seeing examples like this, then we know that they need to do better. It's important. Let's think about that. Dr. Daniel Macaulay, I am so appreciative of your time with us this morning. Thank you for stopping by. Daniel Macaulay is the CEO of the McDan Group of Companies, and the McDan Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2 is coming soon to Joy, Prime, and other networks near you. Stay with us. There's more after these.
Brave for strength.
Alexander Afenyo Markin, seeking to determine at what point seats become vacant in Parliament. The prompting case is that of the 4 members who have declared their intention of running in the upcoming election under umbrellas different from the ones that brought them into Parliament. By umbrellas, I mean parties or platforms. Let's find out exactly how the 5-2 ruling went in the Supreme Court. Our correspondent Kweku Asante joins us with the details. Kweku, good morning.
Good morning, Kojo.
Right, okay. Do you want to walk us through exactly what transpired in court?
Well, Kojo, just like you said, it's a 5-2 split decision of the Supreme Court. The 2 justices who dissented are Justice Amadou Tanko and Justice Avril Lovelace Johnson. They said that they dissent on jurisdiction grounds. That is, the Supreme Court did not have jurisdiction to hear this matter. We will see tomorrow when the court publishes the full judgment as to what their reasons were. But the 5 judges who agreed with Alexander Fenyomakin that his action was well grounded and that the Speaker's action by declaring those 4 seats vacant was unconstitutional are the Chief Justice herself, Gertrude Chokono, Justice Mariama Owusu, Justice Ernest Yaogayewu, Justice Kwame Adibu, and then Justice Yauda Kwansari. Those are the 5 judges who agreed with Alexander Fenyomakin. The ruling of the court is to the effect that the Speaker of Parliament unconstitutionally declared those seats vacant. And they've interpreted the Constitution 97(1)(8). And tomorrow we'll get to see what exactly the analysis they did to arrive at that conclusion. But they have come to the point that those 4 seats should not have been declared vacant. As we speak, they are still members of Parliament and should be allowed to go on and do their job. 5-2, that is how it went down, Kujo.
Fascinating. Now, have we got any reactions from the parties in this case? Have you had the opportunity to see or speak to any of them?
Yes, the reactions have been pouring in. First, we heard from the Attorney General himself, Godfrey Yeboah-Dame, who says this was the obvious outcome, that there was nobody who read the Constitution well who would have come to the conclusion that Alban Bagwin came when he declared those 4 seats vacant. And they are happy. They say that this is a message to the Speaker. He must do what is right, obey the orders of the Supreme Court. According to Godfrey Dame, I should say, the Speaker of Parliament can disagree with the Supreme Court, and anybody has the right to do so. But that is the law of the land. They must respect the Supreme Court ruling and obey it. We've also been hearing from Alexander Fenyomakin, who brought this matter to the court, who hopes that this will bring an end to the impasse in Parliament. Finally, that the NDC MPs will be asked to go back, and they, in the MPC majority, will be allowed to sit at their rightful place on the right-hand side of the Speaker. Kiriti Amon also speaking, calling some of the issues, some of the things that the Speaker of Parliament did as dictatorial, exhibiting dictatorial tendencies and all that. And so they are excited. We know that the Speaker of Parliament and his lawyers were all not here, and so those have been some of the matters that have been discussed.
All right. Now, of course, the implications are far-reaching, but we will stay on top of this with you as updates continue to come through from the Supreme Court. Kweku Asante, thank you very much. 10 o'clock. Thank you for listening. There's more on on Joy from now till tomorrow. Stay with us. My name is Kojo Yankson. I'm the morning man.
I actually continue from